Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails into Reverie. Feral Fiasco here. What's all this, then? Look. She's here again. But it's not just her I sense. Last episode, we went ahead and made it to the depths of the 6th stratum. Oh, okay. That's, Roselia, the Burning Sphinx, right. We fought her once before. And this is Golden Unicorn Argris, who I think, we faced off against in, like, the dungeon that you need to clear in Trails of Cold Steel 4 in order to get the true ending. At least I'm fairly certain that's where that one's from. AZOTH's Holy Beasts, right. It's the same way that, What's-His-Face is the Septarian and Mirage's beast. These ones are for fire for the witches and earth for the gnomes. I wonder if they're like... We can talk later. Focus on them for now. Right, come on. They've surrounded us. Good. Okay, but I guess they're really perpetual flame. There really is no recourse because these things are friggin' huge. Okay. Back at you. Gave us a tiny bit of trouble. You'll regret that. All good though. Everybody's getting some free hits in. So we're actually going to start by checking out what we're actually up against. Unicorned Argris, level 168, a recreation of the Holy Beast of Earth sent by AZOTH. With its godlike powers, it reduces all to ash. It's not weak to anything in particular.
Yeah.
Now you... It's actually Blazing Demon. Yeah.
Not gonna let me down, are ya?
So that's nice and golden.
More. Give me more of this.
We'll actually do... Let's do Avalon Hearts for the insight.
Avalon Hearts.
Just to make life easier on ourselves. And heal Battle Scope next. So Roselia's gonna have to get a turn in, unfortunately. Holy Beast Roselia, level 168, a recreation of Roselia in her Holy Beast form. Behind her beautiful blue wings and panther's body is an overwhelmingly powerful aura. She's not weak to anything in particular. Got us. Okay. It's all good though. Let's actually have you go.
Savage winds, be as one with my...
Go ahead and get in there.
I will go.
I actually probably should have UF attacked before then.
For one, and then now. Join the chorus.
Get lost.
Okay, so right now we're actually doing crazy damage against these guys, all things considered. We'll issue Azure Feathers to straight up double our damage.
It's my turn.
Then one of these again. Because what we want is to be able to drop all of our S-crafts at once.
More. Give me more of this.
How about these guys? Go. Nice.
More. Give me more of this.
How many more turns do we have of this? 4. Okay, so we're not in danger of losing it anytime soon. Let's go for another one of these.
Get over here so we can rough him up.
I think I might be playing entirely too cautiously. Because we absolutely would have clocked. Okay, well that wasn't supposed to happen.
Let my guard down.
I'd rather do anything else.
Let us undo that with one of these dragon incenses.
My thanks.
Much obliged.
Thank you.
So, and that all even canceled out our blazing demon form.
I'd rather
So
do
that's
anything else.
fine.
You're not gonna let me down, are ya?
Yeah, I played this entirely too cautiously.
More. Give me more of this.
We're gonna issue Azure Feathers again.
More. Give me more of this.
Okay.
One.
And then one of these.
Here so we can rough him up.
Yeah.
Get lost.
Oh well. That's the price you pay for hubris, I guess. Got one of them broken at least. God dang.
I was complacent. How vexing.
She has a Thalos.
Cut. How's this? My thanks.
Buddy boy
give me
might
more of
just
this.
have to. Now this is an interesting situation we found ourselves in. Because Argus can't have too much left. Yeah. Nice, the second break. Alright. And I don't want Roselia to die. Cool, because I don't want anybody missing out on nothing. Does anybody? Yes, a golden aura. You can already see what we're about to do.
Come.
And then Shield Celestial Balm Broheim here. And we'll finish things off like this. This wasn't as stylish as I would have preferred it to be, but you know what? It's better than anybody. Oh, she's not dead. Oh, there it is. Cool. All right, well, that's nice.
The slate is clean.
Nice.
Welcome,
Infinity 10, Gravion Hammer, CP plus 5 every turn.
A true warrior.
I still
And then
have
brand
room to
new levels.
Oh, I can get even.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I did it.
And our reward? A Silver Sealing Stone Plus. Okay, that's fine. Welp, onwards and upwards to even more True Reverie Corridor. Now, last time we didn't get much. Okay, this time we got ourselves a scene. That was some battle. Those were the toughest guardians we faced by far, and that means... yeah, the administrator wouldn't have sent out a challenge that good. Why must you persist? Ha! That was nothing! I don't know who you are, but... Wait... What? She looks just like... It's another Kia? Okay, I think I might know what's going on then. Her hair and eyes are different colors, but she otherwise looks identical. Because didn't, we originally found Kia in like a box about to be auctioned off. Maybe this is like a version of her that was created because of her constantly rewinding time or something like that. I'll bet you anything it's that. Her aura is nothing like Kia's, though. That is because I am nothing like her. So you say. Kia is not my name. I have not been in existence for long. But at the same time, I have existed in this space since long before your arrival. You are the invaders, not me. What do you mean? How are we invaders? Oh, check this out. Falsities detected. The Black Mirror is responsible for the administration and supervision of this space. Irrespective of how you came to exist, your presence is an irregularity. Now requesting you to relinquish control of this area at once. You misunderstand. This situation may be irregular, but my existence is not. All would be well had the observer of the land of Erebus chosen not to intervene in the causality of the land of fate. Is she talking about Kia? Or is she talking about Elysium? Intervening in causality? Does that mean what I think it does? But who does she mean by observer of the land of Erebus? There is much that you do not know, and I see no reason to enlighten you. Really? A villain not going out of their way to explain something? Actually, no, it's pretty par for the course for this series. Persist in your resistance, and the consequences will be devastating. Consider this your final warning. There she goes. I hope I'm not the only one feeling completely lost. Probably better to fill in everyone on what happened here. The party borrowed the Black Mirror's power again to communicate with those back in the garden. They then filled them in on what just transpired. Okay, so now we can just have everybody conversing. And it was someone who looked just like Kia who said all that? It's troubling to hear that she called us invaders. Do you have any clue what she meant, Kia? Sorry, I'm sure you're just as confused as the rest of us. Yeah. But while she was talking, I got this strange feeling. That vague sense of unease I'd been feeling suddenly felt much stronger. If only I knew who she is. I couldn't sense a single thing from her. That's never happened to me before. I see. It's no wonder you're feeling nervous then. For real. If you couldn't sense anything about her destiny at all, that goes beyond unusual. Well, I imagine this is all far from a coincidence. That includes her being here and her choosing to assume Kia's appearance. Maybe so, but I don't even have the dots to connect here. Same here. I'm totally lost. There's something niggling at me, but I can't put my finger on it. I'm telling you, dude, she's, well, okay. If she's existed for so long, she might not specifically be like an offshoot Kia, but still. In what way? Well, I think it's safe to assume that she is somehow related to Kia. But I don't feel like she's only related to Kia. That's all. Sorry. I wish I had more to contribute. Yeah, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But you know what? It's fine. It's all Tina. She's doing her best. No, I'm glad you told us. That could help point us in the right direction. You still getting that strange feeling, Milliam? Yeah, if anything, it's stronger than ever. I wonder what the reason for that could be. I'm sure the unclouded eye technique will be invaluable here. Right, just use martial arts to see through to the truth of reality. But before we get into that, I've got a question for you, Black Mirror. Just what is the Reverie corridor? That's a good question. Yeah, kinda hard to grapple the harder problems when you don't even have the first clue on the basics. We were just summoned here one day. It's helped us get stronger, so it's cool it exists, but we know next to nothing about its true nature. It may be difficult to comprehend with your scope of understanding, but I will try to answer. The Reverie Corridor is a term applied to realms that can be expanded freely in order to fulfill a specific purpose. So multiple Reverie Corridors can exist. Does that mean that does that mean that the space that we're wandering around in the third was also a Reverie Corridor? No. Or what a Phantasma must be a Reverie Corridor then. The gnomes use these as proving grounds to select future awakeners for the Divine Knights. Oh no. No, Phantasma would have been a completely separate thing then, because there was no selection going on. It should be noted, however, that the administration feature was not part of my original functions. Really? But didn't you tell us you were this space's administrator? The Black Mirror is a system designed to watch over causality and guard its laws from interference. Roughly 1200 years ago, I detected the near limitless scanning of those laws by Elysium's predictions. This caused me to forcibly reactivate from sleep mode. So 1200 years ago, the Reverie Corridor sensed that something crazy was gonna go down and started preparing all those sanctuaries back? That's not the craziest thing we've heard in this game, but still. A whole system built to watch over causality. No pressure. So we're here, in essence, because of Elysium. But what do you mean by forcibly reactivate? I wouldn't be surprised if Dreichels trained here too or something. By the time I had reactivated, Elysium had already deployed manifestations of the impossible on a vast scale. It was apparent that my original functions would not suffice, and so I created a Reverie Corridor in a high-level phase space, as one does. Through the Black Mirror's administration, I aim to bring out the true potential of its visitors. I see. That explains quite a bit, though there is still plenty that's beyond our understanding. Even this is a lot to take in, really. Elysium was capable of making the impossible possible in Zemuria, which is the best possible summation of everything that we've heard so far. Defeating something of that nature should have been out of our reach. The only reason we emerged victorious was because we trained in a place that, like Elysium, was not of this world. So that's why you brought us here. So we could cheat, essentially. Can't play by the rules when you're up against something that calculates your every move. When you look back on it, it's easy to see that this space was the key to our victory. And even with the training we gained through here, overcoming Elysium was no easy task. It took all we had to eke out victory. That we won makes being brought here worth its while, so thank you, Black Mirror. As you can tell, we could have easily lost our fight without your intervention. So if the girl in white really is causing trouble here, then we'll fight again to keep things here right. Yeah. It's like Lloyd read Reen's mind. It's our responsibility to see what Elysium left behind the same way we dealt with Elysium itself. Hey, I should be the one saying that. I just want to get this done and over with so I can go back to being lazy. Nadia. Oh boy, now that I got a better idea of what's going on, I'm all fired up to fix it. That doesn't feel like an appropriate reaction to these grim circumstances, but I understand the sentiment. I'm right there with her. I want to know why you two are getting that weird feeling, and sitting here worrying about it won't get answers. Taking care of things directly has always been this group's way anyway. To each his own, I suppose. All right, this is as fine a time as any to ask something that's been on my mind for some time now. I want to know who you are, Black Mirror. It's hard not to wonder who is capable of interfering with the laws of causality and shifting our circumstances like so. Is the Black Mirror a who? I've just figured that it's a what? Hold on. Whatever are you suggesting, Rufus? I've been asking the same question myself. Have you now? We're talking to an entity that can create a space like this. Yeah, this place is on the same scale as Phantasma. The girl referred to the Black Mirror as the observer of the land of Erebos, didn't she? Couple that with the Black Mirror calling itself a system designed to watch over causality, and it gives me an idea. Does it? I think the Black Mirror is... I see now. You have observed the Empire for a very long time indeed, haven't you? While authoring the Black Records. The Black Mirror's Dreichels? No way! I had a feeling. Did you? Wait, okay. Am I misremembering? Do we know who the author of the Black... Or did we have any feeling about who the... Okay, it's been a while since I read it. Okay, so the Black Mirror is probably not Dreichels then. But I thought I should probably reread those. The Black Mirror's true identity is likely one of the many artifacts left behind in phase space. The causality recording engine, AZOTH. Ha. So that's its true identity then. That name appeared in the final chapter of the Black Records. Oh, did it? I definitely should reread those. That answers that then. Correct. AZOTH and the Black Mirror are one and the same, with AZOTH being the initial identifying title. 1,207 years before the present time, I was activated by Arnor the Adjudicator and have since existed as the Black Records. So Dreichels did know about this thing! I used the Spirit Vein's synchronization with the Spirit Shrines to record and preserve major events for all eternity. So for all these years, you've been watching over Erebonia while trying to steer it down the right path. The Black Records were an incredible guide for us, yeah. They were also the foundation of His Excellency's plan. Everything has fallen into place for me now. You've got to be pretty devoted to your job to keep at it for over 1,200 years, but it paid off big for us. I had no idea that was how the Black Records came to be passed down through our family. Yeah, neither did I. As a descendant of House Arnor, I can hardly begin to express my gratitude. I can't quite relate as much as all of you from the Empire can. But now that we partly know the meaning behind what the girl said, it makes me curious about... This situation may be irregular, but my existence is not. All will be well had the observer of the land of Erebos chosen not to intervene in the causality of the land of fate. So, none of this would be happening if AZOTH hadn't tried to cheat Elysium out of a victory? The causality of the land of fate part rings a bell for some reason. Same for me. It's at the tip of my tongue, too. Yeah. Because that's what Kia's power was, rewriting causality. For all you guys? Looks like it's just the SSS. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be made clear as we keep going. Honestly, that's about all we can do if we want more answers. I'm sure that wasn't the last time that girl will show herself before us. Now to find her and continue on. Indeed, but with great caution. Our enemies are only growing stronger. Yes, let's proceed cautiously and deliberately. Is that how it goes? I'm sure that's how it goes. That is advice best heeded. The next stratum will be the last. Reel it now! Okay. Mind that its erosion rate is over 12%. There is likely some irregularity present. May your investigation shed some light into this. So, more than half of the Reverie corridor was post-game in the end. 6th stratum fulfilled. Okay. Well, actually, before we head up, let's head back and do some changing of the guard, so to speak. Okay. So we have some people chatting that new chat. Is it just...
You, got a sec?
It's just Yuna. That girl looked just like Kia. What the heck is going on? Jeez, I hate worrying about things we can't control. Problems like this are better solved with feet on the ground. So let me know when it's time to get back out there. I'm ready to get this investigation on the road. So let's, since we've spoken with her, let's make Yuna, there we go. Just in case. But now we'll be able to chat with everyone without missing a beat. Okay, the entire SSS has something to comment. I can't believe, wait, I have to talk to her again. Whoops. I can't believe that white shadow turned out to be a spitting image of Kia. Whoever she is, she didn't seem all that hostile to me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go trusting it anytime soon. Any idea what's going on, kiddo? Well, there has been one thing bothering me. It's the time when she first showed up. It's like I've felt something like this before, which is always a good sign when Kia is saying something like that. She didn't appear to be a simulacrum. That may be, but it doesn't change that we'll have to be even more careful than before.
Hey, making the rounds?
I can still hardly believe it. She really does look just like her. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we can't go letting our guard down. Damn near anything's possible now. You friggin' said it!
I know that with you guys here, it'll all be okay.
She looked just like me. I don't sense anything wrong with causality. So what's going on? Wait, I thought Kia lost that power.
Wanna chat?
Oh, does
Looking
she?
sharp.
Okay, well I guess they don't have anything to double comment on.
Yes?
But that doesn't mean that
What
it's
is
not
it?
true of Yuna. She doesn't seem like the simulacra in the world. But dealing with her isn't any easier with a face like that.
Yes? What is it?
Okay, so they're not saying anything
What's
new.
wrong?
That girl looked almost exactly like Kia, and the sense I got from her wasn't hostility. If anything, it felt as though she had already resigned herself to something. Dying? What else could it be? Dying and disappearing with this place, like all the little girls that we encounter seem to choose to do. We need to be cautious about how we approach what's happening.
I know we can do this.
I never expected that girl to be the spitting image of Kia. I'm sure this is related in some way to the abnormality with the Reverie corridor.
Greetings, child of man.
The anomalies occurring here may be related to something beyond all of our imaginations. We should be even more careful as we progress. I will lend you what strength I have. Don't say things you don't mean, Zeit. So let's hop on up to the unsealing pedestal. And then see who's chatting up here. I'm actually surprised it's not everybody, but...
Good day to you.
To think an artifact passed down in my own family would be at the center of all this. I'm astounded, truly. It's all the more reason for me to confront the gravity of this situation as princess. On behalf of my family, no effort shall be spared on my part. You have my word. And then... if the Arnors are commenting... then I assume that the big one will also... Duvali's got something to say. Okay.
This is it. The moment of truth.
Brought to my knees yet again. Curse you, Rufus Alberea! They've been fighting? Dude, what? We're not finished here. Victory will be mine next time, so prepare to taste the bitterness of defeat. Okay, well, they've certainly got their eyes on the prize. Oh, but well, if it works for them, it works for us. Yep, and he does have something to say. Oh,
I'm
and the
in
witches
mood
do
to
too.
Play a little tune.
To think that the AZOTH my family had activated in days long past was aiding us. Truly, it's remarkable. I do, therefore, strongly believe it to be my sworn duty to repay such an immense favor. And what better way to do that than resolving this matter with grace? I'll require your help with this, mind. And our help you shall have.
Do you need me?
In the back of my mind, I always vaguely sensed that the Black Records were part of this. Did you now? But there are still some mysteries left to untangle. Mysteries lurking behind the scenes of Crossbell's trials and tribulations. This concerns all of us deeply. We need to reach the innermost depths of this place and see the truth with our own eyes.
I think it's time we wrap this up.
Together with the spectral moon mirror and Isola, AZOTH is one of the reasons I came to doubt we witches' lot in life. I never thought I'd be wrapped up in this as I've been, but fate has a funny way of making itself known at times. I'll be keeping a close eye on what happens from here, in part to repay the debt I owe. Yeah, well, we don't doubt at all that they're in this for the long haul for whatever reason.
We can get through this.
If anything could give rise to an expanse this immense, I can believe it's AZOTH, the composer of the Black Records. It speaks to just how powerful the being causing all of these anomalies is if they can interfere here to such a major degree. Whatever happens, I'll be here to see all of this through to the very end alongside everyone else. You can count on it. And so at least Emma's okay, and all of them have something to say. The causality recording engine AZOTH. The fact we've ascertained the true identity of the Black Mirror is a huge step forward. And yet, there's still that white-haired girl. She leaves us with more questions than answers. No point in racking our brains over it now. We're probably gonna have to keep moving if we want answers. You're right. Everything alright, Rufus? You seem exhausted. It's nothing. Actually, I was having a duel with Duvally up until a little while ago. Which, yeah, they did agree to do, but now? The promise you made to her, right? Huh? Didn't you do that as soon as you were released from the hospital? Duvally fought Rufus when he was barely non-infirm? She's bent on challenging me over and over until she wins. Duvally couldn't beat Rufus when he was fresh out of the hospital? Wow, that's crazy. Why not just lose on purpose? Right! If she's that committed to it. That would certainly make my life easier. But she kept her promise and cooperated with us to challenge Elysium. Which means I too must hold my end of the bargain and grant her fair fights. You know? That actually makes a whole lot of sense. Duvally said she'd help, and she did. And she wanted a real fight from Rufus, so if Rufus threw the fight on purpose, that'd be messed up. I can't believe I'm saying this. That would be messed up if he did. That's surprisingly thoughtful. Don't forget you have us too, Rufus. We'll protect you if anything happens. Aw, you're so cool, LP. She is pretty cool. Let us... Give me 1 second. And now our first look at the final section of the true Reverie corridor. And so what aesthetic?
Let's get a move on.
7S1F. It actually reminds me of the Infernal Castle
The hunt is
a bit. But we're gonna be doing the same thing as we're gonna bestiary it up.
Shall I have...
Galactic Shark, level 169, a large fish monster that wanders the border between dimensions. No matter where it ends up, it takes joy in toying with its inhabitants. It's weak to Earth and time.
Yeah.
And I think you... This is the thing that, we've actually fought Regenenkov quite a bit. Regenenkov Type 0, level 171. A large prototype archaism that has been broken and discarded. It swings a massive sword wildly, heedless of its own body crumbling. It's weak to fire and wind. Zero Warrior, level 170. A Zero Guardian created by Elysium. It cuts down foes with both mighty strength and speed. It's weak to fire and time.
I'll take it from here.
And we've definitely faced off against these before, but it's probably because they're a much higher level than they were earlier in the game, which is fine. Zero Sorcerer, level 170. A Zero Guardian created by Elysium. It steals intruders' EP and CP just to unleash powerful arts. It's weak to Earth and time. Killer Pillar, level 168. A monster created accidentally in an alchemical experiment. It spits a substance that solidifies on contact with air. It's weak to wind and space. A Garagion, level 172. a cryptid from another dimension, imbued with the energy of the sun. It burns its foes so that not even ashes remain. It's weak to water and time. The Daydream Thor's open house is now available. If you'd asked me about who will be getting a Daydream at this point in the game, I would not have picked Ash, that's for sure. A symbol of death that sends its foes to the netherworld. It can release enough miasma to envelop whole towns. It's weak to fire and space. Vessel of Azure Shadow, level 170. A strange, glittering azure shape. It contains massive stores of energy within, enough to erase a massive area around if released. And then...
Very well.
This one. Glitter Adept, level 171. A mage from another world now fully lost to delusion. With its mind eroded, it can do nothing but chant spell after spell. It's weak to fire and time. Well, that bodes well. Regna Barbus, level 172. An archaism from another world tuned for annihilation. It has numerous weapons on board to eliminate all that cross its path. It's weak to fire and space. Necrovarus, level 173. A bringer of destruction once known as the final and greatest Zauber Soldat. It has been corrupted by biocells from another world. It's not weak to anything in particular. Gregor Spinner, level 170, a Gehennan Vanguard, grins as it toys with its victims before ending them with terrifying claws. It's weak to water and space. And now we have reached the midpoint.
Some small snacks for a break.
Oh, jeez, they just throw you right into the action with this one. Right, Toval.
I've wiped my ass with rougher stuff.
And you know what? That thing did look pretty weak.
Nice going, Ash. You just keep getting stronger.
What's all this then?
Sure do. But those weaklings weren't putting that to the test.
Well, you were a big help all the same. I couldn't have wrapped everything up in a day without you.
Okay.
Still can't get over you volunteering to take out monsters, though.
That is highly unlike him.
What brought that on?
I was in the area to visit my mom's grave anyway.
Oh, okay, so we're near Hommel.
I had to take the day off of school to do it, so figured I'd put the time to good use.
Okay, cool.
Oh, right.
Spare me the meaningful downcast stick. Just figured I'd better come let her know the war's over and everything. That's all.
Aww, Ash is such a sweetheart.
Couple that with getting to pretend I'm a bracer for a bit, and it wasn't a bad way to spend the day.
I mean, I wouldn't say pretending. We've basically been playing as a bracer since Trails in the Sky.
Oh, I think you could do a lot more than pretend if you wanted.
Toval, always recruiting.
Been wanting to recruit you at some point since you're such a natural. Suppose this is as good a time as any. Give it some thought, yeah? You've still got a year to decide what you want to do after graduating.
Which is always, because it's like, this seems to be the highest available education, which I guess is a very Japanese thing. But like, picking a career after high school, that would have been a lot of pressure.
Like I said, I was just trying to make the most of my day.
Intriguing. So, whoa.
Look at you, Mr. Community Service.
This is Ash when he was assassin, when he was committing regicide.
Cut the shit and just say what you want to say.
Oh no, it wasn't, because he wasn't the king. I guess it would have just been homicide then, I guess.
Oh, don't mind me.
So he's making it sound like this has happened before.
I'm just laughing at the idea of you going straight after all you've done.
I never committed to being a bracer.
Of course you didn't. You're just looking for somewhere to run.
But like, Ash wasn't even responsible for his actions at that point in time. Nobody in Erebonia has ever done anything bad. It was all the curse.
When Zephyr invited you to join them, you should have accepted right then and there.
God dang. But I guess, okay, when you've trained, like, when you've got the resume that our player characters have got, they would be highly eligible recruits.
I still had things to take care of.
But I wonder when Zeno and Leo would have found the time to try to headhunt him.
But not anymore, right? Now everything's all wrapped up with a pretty little bow.
I wouldn't say so. We put 100 hours in after the fact.
What a damn joke. In the end, your assassination attempt got hand-waved as a false report, and here you are, living a charmed student life.
Which is funny, because I used to be extremely, like, Ash, we've got the pull for it now. We were able to get Ash trying to kill Osborn hand-waved as a false report. But 2 years ago, we were just students and Crow did the exact same thing. That would, like, it was hilarious when everybody would insist that he'd just be able to go back to school. We did not have that kind of pull back then.
False report, my ass. It was regicide. Regicide. For you to get off scot-free, there really is no justice in this world.
I'm misremembering. He did try to kill what's-his-name, and it wasn't Osborn. Okay, so it was regicide.
Look,
I was right the first time.
I know I have to atone for what I've done. And as long as you're inside of me, I know I don't belong with the others.
Boy, you got that right, Ash Carbide.
I feel bad doing this to Schwarzer and my classmates, but I'll be dropping out from the branch campus at the end of the month.
Really now? He still feels guilty? Daydream Thor's open house. He wasn't even responsible for his actions. It just got, it amped up something he was already feeling. But it made him do something he would never have done 2 days later. It was literally evil curse magic. Back at the branch campus. Great. Another boring ass assembly is exactly what I was in the mood for as soon as I stepped back in the leaves. Apparently, Principal Le Guin has some kind of announcement. Oh, I wonder. What, got any ideas? I believe your homeroom teachers should have informed you yesterday, but just in case any of you missed the memo. I'm pleased to announce the branch campus's very own open house starting a week from today. Okay, so it's like, back in Trails of Cold Steel 2, we did a school festival, so this Daydream is about that then. The branch campus's school festival, though they're calling it an open house. Excuse me? As I'm sure most of you know, Thor's main campus hosts an annual festival. I do indeed. There's a big bonfire, you get to be sweet on somebody. Under normal circumstances, we'd hold something similar, but being strapped for time in our inaugural year, we're trying something new. As a matter of fact, we weren't planning on any events this year, but then along came something that changed our minds. The giant war? The fact that everybody here is a war vet now and needs some reprieve from that? That would be you students. You've all grown considerably in the year since enrolling. There's still much for you all to learn, but you're hardly the helpless little fledglings you once were at the start of the year. Indeed, thanks to your field exercises and combat experience, the branch campus has earned a reputation rivaling the main one. No longer does this school exist in its shadow, and we have you all to thank for that. Stand tall and be proud. Where enthusiasm was once anemic at best, we're now inundated with applications for the coming school year. God dang. Okay, so this place is about to get an actual student body size befitting its giant facilities. I hope you're all excited. Soon you'll be upperclassmen to a new, fresh crop of students. They will be senpai pretty soon, won't they? It'll no longer just be us on this campus. Who would have thought? It sounds rather exciting. I can't wait to meet them all in person. As you may have surmised, this open house is for the incoming class. During this time, the campus will be open to the public. You can expect many a prospective student to visit. Your job, then, is to demonstrate to these visitors precisely what the Thor's Branch campus is all about. Consider it your first opportunity to learn what it means to be upperclassmen, and to set the best examples. Needless to say, please don't embarrass the school. Now then, time is of the essence. Get to work preparing for the event. That is all. Dismissed. Yeah, the students, from what I've gleaned from Japanese media, it seems students really do all the work. Which I guess makes more sense, afternoon homeroom, than the comparative lays of American schools, but the day of will be split into two sections, morning and afternoon. In the morning will be open classes. The structure will be slightly different from usual, but you don't need to do much in the way of prep. If anything, that's for us instructors to deal with. Here's hoping you manage to live up to the crowd's expectations, oh mighty Ashen Chevalier. Since we're having open classes though, we can't let our guards down either. Exactly. Friends and relatives might drop in to see you, so be prepared. I'm starting to get nervous. Anyway, starting the day, I want all of you to use your time after school to prepare for the afternoon section. I spoke about it a little yesterday, but you guys are the main attraction of the afternoon's festivities. Every club is going to be holding an event and inviting guests to come see them. Okay, cool. That being said, you don't need to prepare special stalls or booths or anything, so it's not going to be like the Thor's Student Festival at all. The whole point of this is that the clubs hold events that are closely tied to what they actually do on a day-to-day basis. So it's like a recruitment drive then. Well, she did literally say that, but I see. That'll allow us to prepare something in a short period of time. It's a perfect way of introducing the school to potential applicants and advertising our clubs. Two birds with one stone. You guys can discuss things with your clubmates to figure out what you want to do. There'll be no class presentations this time around, so you should be able to focus your attention squarely on that. And that's about it. I'll let you know about the curriculum at a later date. That'll do it for today. Perfect timing, too. Altina, if you would, all rise, bow. Right. Stand, bow. They translated it differently, because Machias would say, all rise, bow. Kritz, hey. I'm gonna go talk to Jessica and Louise. I also have to talk with everyone from the swimming club. I'll go look for Sydney. So, alright Ash, that leaves you with your duties as a member of the organization committee. Wait, Ash is in the reading club though. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, organization committee? He's in charge of this thing? Yo, Schwarzer, explain yourself. Oh, right, I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry, but I have a meeting with the other instructors. Muse, could you explain things to Ash for me? But of course. Thanks, I appreciate it. The organization committee. All right. So, what's this whatever committee? So, okay, when people do things like that, I think it makes more sense in like Japanese. Because it's like, there's no way Ash should be tripping up on the word organization. It's not really something that you do when you're 16 years old and speaking English. But I assume whatever kanji this is a lot more obnoxious to get right. Well, you were absent yesterday, but we talked about it during homeroom. The primary job of the Open House Organization Committee is helping the various clubs and making sure things work as planned on event day. So something that Toa would have had Rin do, basically. Each class has to choose one person for the job, you see. And they picked Ash for this? And after careful consideration, Class 7 picked you, Ash. What the hell are you? It's mandatory. Each class has to pick someone. I get that, but why me? I ain't got time for this BS. You were out of luck the moment you were absent. Ash screwed himself. He wasn't here to fight against it. Now then, I have to attend a meeting with the Tea Ceremony Club. I think I speak for everyone when I say we all appreciate your dedication to this, Ash. Ta. They got him. Well, are they for real? They got bro. Well, he'll be all right. But okay. So we're basically, I'm not sure if Ash is, well, whatever. But I understand this. I completely understand, because nobody will want to do something like, as like me as a junior in high school, I would not have wanted to be to get elected to this, but nobody else will want to either. So when you're not there to defend yourself, this is what you get saddled with. Damn it. Why am I stuck doing executive committee bullshit? Ain't like I'm sticking around this joint for much longer. What's the point? So, about the open house, Ash. Yeah. I guess we have to put something together for it, don't we? Uh-huh. Do you have any ideas? What if we gave people a quiet space to read and serve them tea and snacks? That could be nice. Maybe. What do you think? I want to hear your opinion too. Yep. He is not listening. Ash, are you listening? Sure. You and Kurt seem to be getting along awfully well lately. It almost reminds me of one of Dorothy's books. Guess so. Yeah, he's definitely not paying attention. Ash, wake up! What? Where's the fire? Damn! I'm sorry, it's just... You looked like you were deep in thought and I was starting to worry. If you need someone to talk to, I'm always here to listen, okay? I know I probably can't do all that much for you, but still. You always help me so much. This time, I want to be the one who helps you. What am I even doing? This isn't like me. Huh? What are you? No use getting so worked up about dumb bullshit. If this is the last thing I do here, might as well make it count. You know, I think I'm gonna go all out. What? What do you mean? I mean the open house. I'm on the executive committee for it. You're helping to run the event? I didn't know that. I didn't exactly volunteer for it. Let's just say it fell into my lap. Is that what's been bothering you, Ash? Sure, I guess you could say that. Something along those lines. Ash on the executive committee, huh? Huh. The more I think about it, though, I'd say that role is a perfect fit for you, Ash. You're going to do great. I'll be rooting for you the whole time. It's just grunt work. Nothing to get that excited about. I'll get it taken care of. More importantly, we need to figure out what we're doing as the literature club. The way I see it, we can't half-ass this thing. Unless we go all out, all the other clubs are gonna make us look bad. That's true. Then what do you think we should do? That's the million-mirror question, ain't it? What if we offer a recommendation service? Perhaps people can come in and we'll suggest books based on their mood and tastes. We could use the library and everything. Oh, Oh, that's a good idea. That sounds like the perfect thing for a group like ours. But we can't stop there and call it good. It'll be lame if that's all we have. Maybe we should set aside time for a live reading. Okay, Ash doing story time? That's a wonderful idea. Let's do it. But who's going to do the reading? And what are they going to read? What do you mean, who's gonna read? You! Who else is there in this club? You? Me? I can't read in front of so many strangers. At least come up with me, Ash. So, tag team live reading. That would be pretty cool, especially if they pick a good book. That's something I'd check in on. Afterward, Ash, together with his fellow committee members Leonora and Stark, spent the ensuing days toiling away on the open house. Okay, so they're the other. Eager to make the most of his limited time, he poured every ounce of his energy into making the event a big success. With his help, many of the school's clubs were able to prepare in time despite the short deadline they faced. Yeah, he's really putting in work. After a long week of preparations, it was at last time for the open house to commence. So we get ourselves a nice little walkabout then. Yeah. Oh, they're from the, it's, I do not remember their names, but it's, oh my God, what was his name? That morning, the two main campus people that public lecture Zemurian history. And just like that, a revolution took place in Calvert that led to a massive transformation of its political system. Yeah, we gotta get the audience primed for when we're going into Calvert. In order to forge better ongoing relationships with our neighboring nation, it's important to understand the democratic ideals that form the backdrop of. Rain, you're gonna be on the front lines forging good relations with them before you know it, so. Jeez, there's people out in the hallways. It's the real Ashen Chevalier! He's much more serious than I expected. How dashing. I'm so jealous of the students here. He's ridiculously popular. Kinda feels like more people are here to see Instructor Reen than they are the class itself. That Kurt fellow sure is handsome too. I'm so glad I got to see him today. You're in no position to talk, Kurt. So, nobody's paying attention to what Reen's actually saying. Cedric, that's his name. Public lecture, art culture. Cedric's, flunkies. A lecture on the arts at a military academy. The idea is all well and good, but I've little doubt it's not but frivolity. Come on, don't be like that. As people well educated in the fine arts, it's our duty to warmly watch over them. So condescending, Aurelia. General Aurelia Le Guin! What's the Golden Rakshasa doing here? I've heard she was the principal, but I didn't think she'd teach class directly. Let the lecture begin. First, to be clear, social standing and qualifications mean nothing when it comes to art. While some pieces require some measure of knowledge to understand, all interpretation is up to the person experiencing the art. I'm going to assume that everyone present understands that extremely basic concept. Am I correct? Let's check out another class. Yes, good idea. Aurelia, now, today's classes are open to the public. I'd love for some of our esteemed guests to speak about the arts. She's like, you're not getting away that easily, especially after all that crap you were talking. Principal Le Guin is not to be messed with. I feel for them, but they did this to themselves. Yeah, but I don't feel bad for them. But of course, with Aurelia, I'm sure she could hear them from down the friggin' hall. Oh, public lecture Panzer Soldat training. We're busting out the big guns. Man, a mock battle between students? Talk about a letdown. I was hoping I'd get to see the Golden Rakshasa and the Ashen Chevalier duking it out in person. No kidding. This whole thing's gonna be a waste of everyone's time. I gotta level with you, man. I was hoping I'd get to put Schwarzer's new plaything through its paces. You should have known better then. There's no way we can show something like that to the public. Are they talking about the tier thing? I guess by this point, chronologically, we're done with all the tier thing minigame things, but I have not touched that. We're not gonna worry about that though. Yeah, I guess. Well, seeing as we've got an audience here, we might as well put on a good show. You game? Oh, you bet I am. Don't expect me to go easy on you, Ash. I'll be giving this fight everything I've got. Well. Ready, set, fight! And immediately... What the? These kids have got some skills! Serious skills! I'd swear they were enlisted soldiers! No kidding. I'd recruit them into our unit if I could. The heck kind of training are they getting here? The most top of the line imaginable. Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Aw, we didn't get to see who won, though it's probably close to a draw. Class is finally over. I'm dead tired. It's hard to ignore all the eyes on you. Don't rest for too long. Our main job remains undone. Especially yours, Ash. And whose fault is that? I did my damnedest to help out, so you all better not waste my hard work. Roger that. We'd better get to our respective clubs. You'll be checking in on each of them, right? Yeah, just make sure no shit suddenly hits the fan. It's annoying as hell, but I'm already on board, so... Yeah, we get it. You're too cool for school, literally. Now, we're rooting for you, so go kick some open house butt. Just focus on your old club stuff, on your own club stuff, Wild Philly. You could stand to be a little more honest. But then he wouldn't be our Ash, now would he? Well, alright. I guess I should get going. This is really it. The end. No regrets, right? No regrets. Okay, cool. So it is exactly, well...
First things first. Walking around a whole lot.
At...
Can't believe how much I've gotten used to this big-ass building.
As one does, them in their computer lab. Though, okay, normally I'd comment on the fact that 50 years ago, Capel units didn't even exist. But like, 50 years before personal computers were commonplace in people's homes, we were like, actually we were trying to go to the moon. So maybe we're not really comparable technologically. Monk! Open house at the branch campus, huh? All eyes are on this place. After the Great War, Radio Trista moved back to the main office. Well, really, it's because we were no longer based in Leaves, so we had no reason to stay there. I mean, that's like an outside the game explanation, though. But the second studio in Leaves is turning into an important location for us. I'm personally working on a large-scale special broadcast about the branch campus. The open classes in the morning were great, but the club events in the afternoon were something else. As a Thor's graduate, I plan on covering all of this in spectacular fashion. Do you now? By the way, I've had my receptionist, Lindley, help with editing work lately. I feel bad giving her more work to do. She's gonna bite my head off when I get back, I just know it. That just means I have to make this special feature the best thing I can. Well, it's good to see Monk is still up and at 'em. What's this?
Huh? Who put that box out?
When did this come together? Isn't he on the organization committee? How does he not know? I'm not crazy about the fact that I'm on the organization committee and didn't know about this, but he literally, okay, well. Please vote for the one you support. A ballot box, huh? Did Leonora or Stark set this up? So they want to decide which club had the best showing, huh? How dumb. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. We're playing as Ash. Of course the reading club is gonna win. But, I'll take a look later. In which case... Oh! Rosine! And a member... Wait, why is the main campus here? Ash! Thanks for keeping tabs on all of the clubs. Actually, they're probably just holding their festival at a different time, so... It all makes sense. I was worried about whether or not you could handle things alone. But it looks like you're doing fine. Yeah, I was nervous talking to the guys, but I'm managing. I got to chat with the female guests about all kinds of books. I even managed to turn a few new people onto Dorothy's novel. Tatiana, she's out here actively recruiting more people to the cause. You gotta respect the hustle. Cool. Whatever floats your love boat. Plus, the book recommendation corner is surprisingly popular. The books here are all the property of the school, so I can't loan them out, but Becky made sure that if there are any books people like, they can buy them immediately. Wow, that is pretty synergistic. I'm really grateful for her hard work. Bet she was pleased as punch that she can profit off of the open house. Well, either way, looks like things are fine here. Yep, I know you'll do great with your job as a committee member, Ash. I'll be your personal little cheering squad, so go get 'em. Man, just worry about yourself. You still have your live reading to do, right? I thought it was a team effort. Oh, yeah. I'd better go to the club room to prepare. When the time comes, I'll be waiting there. So when we're done with everything else, we should go check in with her. Yeah, I got it. Rosine, what's up with you? So you will be Ash from the new Class 7, I presume. A pleasure to see you. Likewise, I guess. So you're that sister over at the church in town, yeah? Last I checked, she went to school with Schwarzer and now works as a squire with the Gralsritter, which means she's one of the most powerful people in the building. I'm guessing you're babysitting the kids again, huh? That I am. Today's open house sounded like a fun diversion, so I decided to bring them here as a change of pace. This is my last opportunity to spend time with these children, after all, so she's leaving Leaves as well, then. Oh, yeah. That means you're moving on from Leaves? Yes, my duties in this region have come to an end, essentially. That's because we're done with the Erebonia saga. So, and she has to be able to appear in Calvert down the line, so... Gotcha. I imagine you guys constantly have your hands full in one way or another. Those runts sure do seem fond of you, though. Better come back to visit every now and again so they don't get too bummed. Oh, of course! I absolutely want to visit whenever the opportunity presents itself. Truth be told, I haven't broken the news to the children quite yet. Oh, they're not going to take it too well. Today, I'm focused on spending as much time with them as possible so that when I do leave, it's with smiles on everyone's faces. Alright, well that's good. That's admirable. I'm nervous about the recital. Why? Didn't you do all the announcements on the Dareflinger? Reading a book out loud should be hella easy for you at this point. Talking into a microphone and speaking to a huge audience right in front of you are completely different. Plus, I was talking to our friends on the Dareflinger. Look, just assume nobody's expecting much from you and try to unclench. You'll be fine. That's kinda sad in and of itself. But you're right, that's enough complaining out of me. You just focus on doing your job, okay, Ash? Will do. Good luck out there. Don't worry about me and just focus on getting your job done, Ash. When the time comes, I'll be waiting in the room. So we gotta check in with everybody and all these people. Nah, they'll be alright. Let's go ahead and head up. See if anything interesting is happening on the rooftop. The cafeteria and the clubhouse. So we'll start with... Well, let's start with the cafeteria. But there's nobody up here. Well, I guess it makes sense. There's no clubs that meet up here or anything, so... Ooh. This place is packed! The cooking club. Huh. The dining room really does look like a bona fide restaurant. 3 additional orders of acerbic tomato omelet rice. Got it. Coming right up. Order up. Smooth mashed potatoes on deck. Running. Man, they're running a tight ship here. Ooh, now this is what I call bustling. But these girls can cook well enough to rival any restaurant, so I'm not surprised. If I'm worried about anything, it's... Here's your Freddy Open House special. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's a lavish dish filled with all kinds of specialty ingredients. Please enjoy. Too late. Hopefully they don't complain later. What is this? It's magnificent! Oh, he got himself a gourmet. It's stimulatingly aromatic, rich on the palate, and with a refined aftertaste. Yes, this is the flavor I've sought for so many years. I'm pleased to hear you say so. That means it was worth hiking up those mountains for my ingredients. I'm impressed. I must contact my foodie friend. It looks like they've got some cuckoo customers too. His food seems like a hit, so I guess it's fine. Oh, okay, well people cleared out pretty well. It was packed here a moment ago. Oh, I'm full. That was a whole lot of food. But there are so many other items on the menu I want to try out. Mint is exactly like me, dude. I'd never leave this place. No, hold it together, Mint. You'll get a horrid stomach ache. Yeah, I've been there. But maybe I can order just one more thing. I mean, it'd be contributing to their sales, right? Oh, people have to purchase? Maybe I wouldn't eat as much, but still. Alright, I've decided. Let's keep this food train rolling. Toot toot! Now, what should I order next? Freddy's dessert looks super intriguing. Oh no, if it's Freddy's dessert, I'd pass on that. But if it works for her, it works for me. And we got randos. This soup is something else. The balance between the spicy, sour, and bitter flavors is sublime. Did you use specialty ingredients for this as well? You have keen senses, my friend. I used the extract of a certain botanical monster to offset the richness of the stock. Ah, I see. That's how you were able to craft such a complex flavor. This truly is a dish overflowing with hitherto unknown discoveries. Okay, weirdo, you have fun with that. I'm so happy I've bumped into someone who knows what's what. At this rate, I might be able to serve something even more extreme. Okay, well, we're still doing okay on potatoes, but we're starting to run low on tomatoes. Because tomatoes in this universe give you a real kick, I guess. We could use a fresh stock of drinks, too. Did I hear you say we're running out of grub? Yeah, we brought in a lot more customers than we were originally expected to. That's not a bad thing, though. Becky agreed to supply us with whatever we needed, so all I have to do is give her a call and we'll be set. Oh, nice. Way to stay on top of things. Naturally. Thanks for checking in, Ash. I promise we'll be fine. They are pretty golden here. I wasn't expecting such a large turnout for a little makeshift restaurant. That makes our jobs a little harder, but it's a good problem to have, so I can't complain about having more people to serve. And then back here we go. All we have to do is simmer it, and it'll be good to go. While we wait on that, we can prep the next... Looks like things are real busy over here. I guess they are, huh? If anything, I'm just relieved we have so many customers. This is all thanks to you helping with the taste testing. Oh, Ash had the good job then. I only helped because I got to eat for free. Anyway, good luck. I've been swapping in and out with Tita, so we haven't been pushing ourselves too much. The customers seem happy too, which is really encouraging. And it looks like this might be all. So let's back out of here, or can we? Does she have Gina? Should be alright. Alright, so let's hit up the clubhouse next. Use our little fast travel cheat sheet so we can go exactly where we need to. Nobody's hanging out here, but there... These guys... There's a scene here, okay. Okay, what was the chess club's deal again? Right, an amateur chess tournament with open registration. Let's see how that's going. Checkmate. Fritz, that's his name. So much for getting my revenge. Here I thought I was doing well, until I wasn't. You're as tough as ever, Kurt. Don't sell yourself short. Your extremely aggressive play during the midpoint was genuinely harrowing to confront. If Machias hadn't tutored me recently, I don't know if I would have escaped that. Looks like our man is on a roll. Attaboy. And that's checkmate. Ugh, I lost again? I've been in the chess club for a whole year and this is the best I can do? I feel like such a loser. Well, I'm sure she didn't stomp you. Don't. I'm honestly shocked how much you've improved in such a short span of time. I didn't think you would put up remotely this much of a fight, and yet you did. Ada, okay. That's like night and day compared to when we previously played against one another. Really? You mean it? Kurt said the same thing, but I thought he was just being nice. Well, in that case, maybe after this tournament is over, you and I could play some more together? Sure, I guess, but only for a little while. Yes! Thank you! This is the best day of my life! Well, well, looks like Sydney's got some game after all. Gotta admit, he's pretty capable as long as he doesn't get ahead of himself. Is he? I'm not sure if that's specifically what she was referring to, but okay. Well, everything looked good here. On to the next stop. Yep, nothing's on fire, so... This open house you've put on is pretty nice, I must say. The main campus decided not to have a festival this year due to the ongoing reorganization. Oh! Well, that sucks, but I guess... Alright, cool. It means they could be here for all this. In that sense, I'm a little envious you all get to have something. They fought in the war too. The student council at the main campus has also been reshuffled. I'll be taking charge as president starting next year. I think Cedric was student council president before. I look forward to collaborating with you all going forward. I'm sure we'll be touching base quite regularly. Man, I can't believe I got her to say yes to hanging out after the tournament! I've got the honest-to-goddess magic touch. Then after that, maybe we can go for a walk or something. I mean, it's practically a day we've got lined up at this point, right? If I didn't know better, I wouldn't think you just got your ass kicked. Yet here you are on top of the world. I think things are finally starting to look up for me, man. The world's my oyster. I can do anything. Unless you want to be eating humble pie, I wouldn't let this get to my head if I were you, dude. This seems like a lot. He's like... Fritz pushed me to my limit, but I still managed to seize victory. Nevertheless, I wasn't expecting so many talented entrants to our tournament. I'm unsure of how far I'll advance, but I'd be remiss not to give it my best effort as one of the organizers. Okay, so he's saying the same thing, but it looks like he just beat Fritz. What other competition is there? Ever since I lost to Kurt last time, I've been practicing and practicing, but I guess he's still out of my league. Just you wait though. Next school year, the chess club is going to reopen over at the main campus. When that happens, I'll definitely enroll and I'll practice like I've never practiced before to show him what for. It's good to have goals, Fritz. Next school year, the chess club is going to reopen over at the main campus. Alright, well. And then we've got some guy hanging out outside that Rex is here. Here's the tea ceremony club. Looks like they're running a tea room and a hands-on event. Hold on. What the hell's a skirt-chasing cameraman like you doing here, pal? Oh, hey, you Honorine students. How's the open house treating you, man? Enjoying it? Enjoying it? Buddy, I'm running this joint. You didn't answer my question. What's got you all excited here? We had a guest who wanted photos of the hands-on portion to keep as a souvenir, you see. Did they now? And as it just so happened, Rex was here in the room and kindly volunteered to take the photos for us. Ever since then, he's stuck around as our go-to photographer. That's a lovely little arrangement if I do say so myself. Yeah, turns out a lot of people want to pose with the club members in their fancy kimonos. Not that I'm complaining. I get to snap tons of pictures of not just Yusei and Maya, but whatever other hotties drop by. Interestingly enough, it's the girls who ask for my services more than the guys. Kyrie over there is the most popular request. Is he now? Real talk? I'm more than a little jealous of the guy. They keep fawning over how cute he looks and everything. Why can't that be me? Speak for yourself. I have mixed feelings about being called cute day in and day out. Doesn't sound like such a raw deal to me. You're still making your customers happy. What more could you ask for? True. You've got a good point. Real men of Erebonia offer nothing less than perfect hospitality to their guests. If being cute is what it takes, so be it. I mean, he's got his eyes on the prize, I guess. And St. Estrella students are here too. What a haul! I got so many great shots of all those babes! Lucky timing too. They probably would have refused any other time. Volunteering to cover the open house was the best decision of my life! Which I should get around to actually covering, but I'm sure it'll work out with Vivi's help. Is she here? For now, it's back to snapping pics of all these cuties. We also have quite a few visitors joining us from St. Estrella today. Hardly surprising, I know firsthand how curious the Estrella girls are with Thor's student body. They all seem to be enjoying themselves at the open house as well. If only Elisa and Her Highness had been able to join us. What a shame. What are they doing then? We'll just have put on an even bigger event next year so that the three of us can enjoy it together that much more. Wouldn't they? How close are they to graduating? Awareness of tea ceremony culture as an Eastern custom unfortunately remains low with Erebonia. Though, actually, you clearly don't have to be a student in order to attend this thing, so. With any luck, this open house will be a good opportunity to introduce lots of people to its unique charms as an art form. It'd be nice if our exhibition helped the club to attract some new members, too. Probably best not to get too greedy here, though. One step at a time. That being said, I wish someone would do something about that looky-loo standing around outside. Okay, yeah, there is somebody creeping around outside. Not to mention, Sydney's excitement is getting on my nerves, too. Oh well, right now I just need to empty my mind and focus. The girls who stop by all keep demanding to take pictures with me. I feel like I'm just some kind of mascot for the club or something. Ugh. And I practiced so much for today to try and show how manly I can be too. So much for that. But it's just like you say, Ash. As long as the guests are enjoying themselves, I guess that's what really counts. Real men of Erebonia suck it up and fulfill the roles given to them. So that's exactly what I'll do. Well, first, what's your deal? Major Joseph. Maya's growing up to be such a beautiful young woman. Is this her dad? Not to mention she's a dead ringer for her mom in her younger years wearing that kimono. Right. There was something about Maya's family that we learned in one of the previous 2 games. Maya, you make this old man so proud. That's her dad, if I'm not mistaken. I think he re-enlisted with the Imperial Army. Okay, well, good for him. I'm guessing he's not ready to meet her face to face yet. I know the 2 of them have a lot of baggage. Alright, well. Seeing her in that kimono, she looks just like her mom in her younger years. Maya, you make this old man so proud. Let's... Because I want to check. If my hunch is correct... Okay, I should have visited here before, but whatever. Hey, Lind! Phoebe, what are you doing here? Covering the open house, obviously. Hey, want to swap places for old time's sake? I do know CPR after all. That seems like a bad idea. Not happening. You just said you're here for work. At least try to act professional. It's fine. Rex is here too. He's got it covered, does he? Though all of our photos will be of the girls if I don't keep an eye on him. She knows him too well. You two haven't changed at all. I swear, I turn my back on Lynn for 1 minute and she gets even more drop-dead gorgeous. Maybe it's a sign things are coming along with Gaius? I forgot the 2 of them sort of have like a... Well, people talk about them as if they have a thing. I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of this. It's my sisterly duty. Okay, so... Sorry things are so hectic right now. I'm set to return to St. Ursula next year. Dang, everybody's abandoning this place. But for now, I'm still working as the nurse over here. If you see anyone looking unwell out there, make sure to bring them to me so that I can look after them. Alright, well. Right now, everybody seems to be good to go. Let's hit up the pool next, so we can see what Altina and co are up to. Alright, so that... Alrighty, for the swim team, we've got swimming lessons from Stark and Wayne's muscle training seminar. Those are great places to start, but there's no better teacher than hands-on experience. What say we all get our feet wet? That makes sense, but I'm not much of a swimmer, so I'm a little scared. No need to worry. We have kickboards for those who require them. Feel free to borrow one if you feel the need. Oh my! Just look at her! Have you ever seen anything so cute? Right? And she's so short. It looks like she's a living doll or something. Aw, well, aren't you sweet? But what are you doing here lending a hand? But what are you doing lending a hand out here, Say, you think you might be his little sister? And what if she is? Maybe she's here to help her brother. Good for her, I say. This seems unfair. We're the same year as them, yet they treat me as if I'm some little girl. Wait, they're the same year? Well, I guess it wouldn't be the weirdest thing that's ever happened for people to come to Thor's as first years, even though they're as old as second years. Don't let it get to you. Maybe they can't tell, but the rest of us know just how mature you are. I promise. Guess things are going well enough for the little bunny. With Stark by her side, I'm sure everything will be just fine. As for Wayne over there... The key to muscle training is balancing your load carefully. If you work yourself too hard, it'll come back to bite you. And then some. Instead, you must increase the load gradually. Once you find a suitable routine, you boys can one day have glorious muscles like mine. What do you think of these guns? Pretty cool, right? You're looking at my pride and joy. I mean, I guess those are muscles. They're not impressed? Yep, definitely muscles. Sure, you're ripped, but at the end of the day, they're just muscles. Never underestimate the splendor of muscles. Muscles combine power and beauty into a singular, sublime form. Nothing else compares. When push comes to shove, you can only count on yourself. And when shove comes to heave, only your muscles will have your back. Who knows what the future might have in store? Build muscle now and worry later, I say. Excuse me, I have a question. I admire your enthusiasm, son. Ask away. If there's anything you wish to know about muscles, I'm here to help. Do muscles make you popular with girls? Well, you see, yeah, I was wondering about that. Me too. They say women are attracted to confidence, and what better way to build confidence than with a body of steel? In theory, anyway. Huh. If you say so, mister. Whoa, look over there, you guys! Yeah. Kinda kills his whole point. Wow. You can have muscles for days, but nothing beats a handsome face like that, guys. Yeah, you've got that right. They're abandoning him? Wait, don't go! You must believe! Believe in the power of muscles! Oh, Wayne. The worst luck stat. Sheesh. Dramatic much? Well, it's over for him. It's frustrating to have people think that I'm Stark's younger sister. I realize that, statistically speaking, I'm shorter than the average high schooler. However, I'm confident that one of these days I'll have a big growth spurt and catch up. Surely I will. I must. I'm sure that like the next time we see Altina, she will definitely have gone through a growth spurt because there will be other little sister characters to give the spotlight to over in Calvard. After all, I'm on track to surpass Millium. That's a good sign things are going to improve. At least, that's what George said. I'm confident that one of these days I'll have a big growth spurt and catch up. Alright, well. Hey Ash, good to see you. Sorry to drop the patrol duty on you. Don't sweat it. Ain't like any of us can abandon our club responsibilities just because we're pulling double duty for the open house. It's always been the plan to rotate who's doing the rounds so we can help pitch in at our clubs regardless. Wasn't Leonora in the swimming club? Right, as I recall, you'll be off next, which is when I'll jump in and get back to work. When the time comes, don't worry about hitting me up on your way or anything. Just head straight on over, no biggie. Gotcha. Thanks, man. Looks like things aren't going so hot with Wayne. Guess he's not really attracting an audience. I feel bad for the guy. You would. I mean, Stark is a pretty good dude. Oh my gosh, Wayne, it'll be alright. Oh yeah, Micah said she was coming to the open house today, but I haven't seen any sign of her. I could have sworn I told her I'd be holding a muscle training seminar here at the pool. Why won't anyone believe in the power of muscles? Damn, he is down in the dumps. I don't know if I've ever seen him so dejected. Yeah, Micah is not coming here because she knows what her brother is like. I've never known muscles to betray a single soul, but I suppose people will inevitably betray muscles. Such is life. Oh, Wayne. The cargo platform. See what's going on out here. Oh, they're hitting it. This song does not sound like anything I've ever heard, but they have drawn themselves a giant crowd. The Modern Music Club. A performance that'll dare flinger in your hearts forever. Clever. I'm just gonna assume they actually got permission to perform here. You're on the organization committee, shouldn't you know? Still, not bad, guys. Thanks, everyone. You've been our little trio's biggest audience yet. Thanks for sharing your energy with us and helping us put on our best show ever. Aye, we're rocking the house down today. But the fun isn't over just yet. This next song will be our last. Let's get wild. Leonora, she's usually so stoic, but look at her now. You mean Valerie? Yeah, you can actually hold a conversation with her these days. Says the pot about the kettle. Not my fault if folks can't hang. That's just what makes you special. Come again? Anyway, looks like the show's wrapping up. Things are gonna get messy when people try to leave. Care to help me play usher? If it ain't one pain in the ass job, it's another. Fine. Let's go ahead and get these people to where they need to go. Our next performance is in 1 hour. Come check us out. We've still got plenty of songs you haven't heard yet, so don't sleep on our next show. And we're gonna make the next performance even hotter than this one. You can count on that. So they've been doing excellently. The crowd was raving. Suppose I can spare a crumb of validation for those dorks today. Hey Ash, doing the rounds? Is Tatiana gonna be okay handling the literature club on her own? She's a big girl. Sure, the only thing we do that requires more than one person is recitals, so... Other than that, she should be able to hold down the fort solo. Girl's usually a walking ball of nerves, but when shit's gotta get done, she always rises to the challenge. Aw, you really do seem to trust her. You should tell her what you just told me. I think you'd make her really happy. Like hell I could say that to her face. Ain't my job to make her happy anyway. Man, you can be such a headache. Well, whatever. Leave things here to me. And I know doing the rounds is important, but don't leave your club in the lurch. These guys. Whenever I sing and strum on my guitar, I tend to lose myself in the thrill of performing. And inevitably, as soon as I come back down to earth, I'm mortified. No point getting all in your head like that. Hell, how many times have people seen you guys perform at this point? Enough that it shouldn't bother me, huh? I guess I want to play for people, but I don't want the attention. Maybe a masked performer sort of thing would help her with that? Maybe I'll wear a mask next time. Yeah, see? Yeah, because that's totally not going to draw even more attention. I was honestly gobsmacked when we were allowed to perform with Arkansas a little while back. When did this happen? But today I'm feeling a different emotion. Of course you are. You punks were the stars of the show today. That we were. I was nervous, but even more than that, I was busting at the seams to jam out. And that's why I think I performed even better than usual. Because we practiced so hard, the three of us were totally in sync. I'm blissed out right now. What a day. It's funny to remember that that's George. That's Ash's roommate. Yahoo! Now this is rockin'! We finally had our concert debut on the Durflinger of all places. I'm on Cloud 9, laddie, Cloud 9! Actually, we could do a lot with this kind of stage. Think about it. A rock festival held on the Transcontinental Railroad. We'd be the talk of some area. Aye, it's time to dream big. Dream big, Pablo. Dream big. Alright, we can just head out into the thing and then hit up these guys doing the thing over here. Alright. Oh, Yuna's family made it. Alright, tennis club. Looks like they're putting on an exhibition match and a tennis lesson. Take this! Huh. And this! Not so fast. Attention, everyone! The tennis club is holding public exhibition matches. Tennis is a fun sport and a way to stay fit and healthy. Anyone who's interested is welcome to come and give it a try. Those who'd like to sign up for a demonstration, please come see me. Looks like they've attracted a decent crowd. Even the Wild Phillies family came to spectate. Huh? Fine is underselling it. These chicks are downright smoking. Just look at them running around, showing off some leg. Did we hit the jackpot or what? Every one of these girls is a 10. We ought to sign up for a little demonstration. Sounds like a good way to get some hands-on time, if you know what I mean. Wow, these guys are flagrant with it. I'm down. Ain't like there's anything else going on at this snooze fest, that's for damn sure. Great, we've got a couple creepers on our hands. Any other day, I'd kick their asses and be done with it. But I gotta take a more delicate approach here. Right, if he embarrasses the branch campus by starting a big fight, Aurelia will erase him from existence. Hey there, you two. That uniform! You must be a student here. Shit, don't tell me you overheard us. What's your problem, chump? We ain't done nothing wrong. Relax, guys. I'm not here to start any beef. I mean, come on. Do I look like some preppy hall monitor snitch to you? Give me a break. You got a point. You don't exactly look like an honor student. Yeah, if anything, you look like a bad influence. Takes one to know one, jackass. Look, I get it, okay? That's why I came to give you a warning, as a matter of courtesy. A warning? About what? Take a look around. You didn't forget where we are, did you? The Thor's Military Academy branch campus, duh, but who cares? We're only here to kill time and catch some eye candy. Let that first part sink in. You're at a freaking military academy. These aren't ordinary schoolgirls you're ogling, my dudes. They're trained to be professional soldiers. The war kind, you know? If push comes to sexual harassment, they can make a weapon out of damn near anything within reach. You saw them smacking around that tennis ball. Thing flew like a damn bullet. Now imagine you got in their bad side and one of them went slice serve on you with their racket. How do you think that'd pan out? You get a nice trip to the hospital. Look, I don't know. Your skull is gonna get smashed, that's what. And it won't be a tiny fracture either. I'm talking complete cranial crushing. Dust. For real? Oh, that'll be the least of your troubles. I can tell you that right now. How's it get any worse than that? A lot of rich girls here from families with ties to people you really don't want to get on the bad side of. He's not lying either. I think, the blue-haired one whose name Luis, I remember the name of. The other one, she's from a noble family. She's got like a last name and everything. Well, everybody's got a last name, but she's got an important last name. And they've got their own spearmanship style too. If word gets out that their dear daughters are in any sort of trouble, there'll be hell to pay. The kind of hell I'd really rather not even think about. Like, damn. Take it from me. It sucks being here. It's suffocating. Got eyes on you wherever you go. A guy can't catch a break. I mean, if you fellas want to try your luck, be my guest. You're way braver than I am. I'll be rooting for you. At a distance. Quietly. If you're lucky, you might walk away with a few bones intact. Might be worth a shot. Only one way to find out, yeah? You know what? I think we're good. Ain't like we're that desperate for some action, right, dude? Yeah, I think we better go. Cool. Let's beat it. And off they head. Took them long enough. What a complete waste of my time. Maybe I should have just pulled them aside and beaten the crap out of them. Saved us all the trouble. Man, I really have gotten soft since coming here. This sucks. No, Ash, you haven't gotten soft. Your character has developed. Jessica, that's her name. This was originally supposed to be a casual tennis demonstration, but then I got completely absorbed in my match with Yuna. But that's fine. It made for a much better club promotion. There really is nothing like having family on the sidelines cheering you on during a set. Yuna acts like she's embarrassed having hers here, but I could tell it made a difference. Every move she made was full of confidence. Thanks to Yuna and Jessica's exciting match earlier, the hands-on area is a big hit with the visitors. Nothing wrong with a little hustle and bustle, but can you girls handle so many people? I think so. We've got spare rackets lying around that we can use. It'd be nice if we had more than one court, but we're just doing basic rallies, so it shouldn't be a big deal. We want to give it a shot, Ash? You're more than welcome to. No can do. I've got too much work around the festival to slack off here. Still, if you girls have trouble keeping up, let me know and I'll see what I can do to help. Sure thing. Thanks, Ash. I think we'll be able to keep everything under control between the three of us. But thanks for checking in, Ash. I really appreciate it. Kick some butt, Yuna! Go, Yuna! Well, they're having fun. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it here in time for the public lectures in the morning. You wouldn't have been able to get a spot, so it's all good. But I could tell Yuna's working hard and doing well here, which is what counts. I'll be sure to give my husband the good news when I get back. Alright. So they're all saying the same stuff. How am I supposed to relax when my family is watching me? I can hear Ken and Nana cheering me on from here. How are they so loud? Am I that loud? Well, time to put on the big sister cap. I don't want to disappoint them. They're all saying the same stuff, but okay, well. It looks like that's all. So I'm sure. Isn't this dude the So this is where she goes to school these days. Seems like a real lively place. Yeah, this is Leonora's, they were in the same whatever together. He's basically her big brother. Hey, I know you. You and Leonora used to work together, didn't you? Oh, you're one of the guys from the new Class 7. Hey, thank you all for looking out for her. Officially, I'm here to escort Hugo as he goes about his business, first and foremost. Hugo. But the reason I volunteered was really so I could see how Leonora's holding up. Sounds like she's been keeping plenty busy, working on the executive committee for this event and all. Seeing her all relaxed and settled in here really puts my mind at ease. Well, for as long as I've known her, Leonora's always been one to look after others. I always knew she'd thrive here, but it's still a relief to see it for myself. Well, I'm glad she's made you proud. But I don't think there's anything else. That's the cafeteria. Pretty sure I've checked everywhere. I guess I should head back to the literature club room. Okay. Well, if we're going back to the literature club room, then I think from here, I could probably just, yeah, there's nobody else around here. I actually think I'll just, well, give me 1 second, give me one moment. Have myself a little break, and now let's go ahead and hop right back to it. With a female college student, but she's wearing a Saint Estrella uniform. I can't believe I overslept. I completely missed the morning lectures. I was hoping to catch a glimpse of the Ashen Chevalier in person. Why didn't anyone wake me up? How could they abandon me? We all promised to come to the open house together. We had a pact. Why is she wearing a Saint Estrella uniform? Oh, hey Ash. Perfect timing. Got a quick question for you. Once the open house is over, are we still planning on escorting the guests out like we discussed? I guess. We obviously had a bigger turnout than we expected, but we'll figure out a way to make it work. Like we discussed, you handle this area. Leonora will take care of the school building and I'll guide any stragglers on the grounds. And we'll stagger each of our phases so we don't cause a bottleneck on the way out. Sounds good. As long as we stay coordinated, it shouldn't be a problem. They really worked hard on this, the organization committee. Oh, and I'll make sure to contact the train station when the time is right so they're prepared as well. Works for me. Always nice that I can count on you to stay on top of this kind of stuff. Oh, it's nothing. It's thanks to you and Leonora being so capable in your own right that I'm able to do all this. All that's left now is to execute. Good luck, Ash. Let's make our classes proud to have chosen us. So was there... I can't believe we never ended up at Einhell Keep. So first, let's see what's going on in the main building. Hold on, let me, well, there's nothing... If there was something going on at Einhell... Oh, we can't even fast travel there. If there was something going on at Einhell Keep, the game would tell us. Oh. So what's... Major Irving. Carbide. Did something happen? No, just here for the regular report. The open house is proceeding as planned. All the clubs are doing well. I see. Good work out there. You seem busy. Yes, well, end of the year paperwork on top of issues regarding the open house will do that. Not to mention dealing with my successor, who's his little sister. You're quitting the branch campus at the end of this year, right? I am. The RMP is understaffed. To be honest, they asked me to come back right after the war ended, but I managed to get them to hold off until the end of the year. The current plan is for Instructor Herschel to take my place. We're bringing in a new instructor to fill the role she's vacating, so you kids don't have to worry about anything. I ain't worried. Huh, good. I suppose I'm the one worried about the branch campus on my way out. But now that I think about it, that was all for naught. You kids have all grown tremendously in the last year. Look at you. You were the #1 problem child when you got here. Now you're someone people can rely on. I'm not some model student. I think you were spot on with your first assessment. Regardless of what you think of yourself, it's a fact that the people around you trust and depend on you. So I hope you see this committee job through to the end. Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, Ash. He's not like Ash refuses to just admit it to himself. By the way, General Le Guin is going to be staying on as the branch campus's principal. Considering who we're talking about, she could easily return to active service whenever she pleases. Either way, there's no doubt in my mind that the branch campus will expand even further going forward. You are an upperclassman now, so make sure to serve as a good role model for the kids below you. You know as well as I do that I'm about as good of a role model as a cigarette butt you'd find beneath the school dumpster. Ignoring your colorful choice of words, I'm only asking you to be yourself. That's it. After all, the branch campus is unique. Just look at the principal. I don't know. I think Ash would make a very good senpai. So there's something going on here. Oh, Toa. We haven't interacted with her yet, and also Major Irving either, so... Doing the rounds, Ash? Yep. You checking the equipment? Mm-hmm. More importantly, I'm so sorry I can't help much with keeping things running. I've been busy handling VIPs today. Hey, no point in apologizing to me. Plus, ain't this whole open house thing about making us students do the work? I guess you're right. Honestly, it brings me back to when I was still a student and had Reen running around doing all your stuff for you. Well, let me not downplay Toa, because she didn't get that job at the Crossbell meeting by having Reen do all the legwork. She's capable in her own right. Our school festival was quite the event. I heard a little about that from Crow. He apparently has some recorded footage of it. You don't need to see that. Oh, right. When them in their rock star outfits. Jeez, Crow, what are you thinking? Ooh, now I really will have to get him to show me sometime. No, I officially forbid you as an instructor. By the way, when I was a second year, I was the student council president. I heard. Pretty easy to imagine. You think? It was honestly really tough. But everyone on the council helped, and so did Reen, so I managed to hang on till the very end. Schwarzer was on the student council? No, not quite. But he was always accepting our requests. And even outside of that, he was constantly helping people who were in need. Not like he's any different now. Aw, I think it's nice. Anyway, it was a hard job that put a lot of responsibility on my shoulders, but it was equally as fun and worth doing. Cool. Bully for you. Anyway, sorry to keep you here. We both better get back to work. You've got this, Ash. Take care. Yeah, thanks, I guess. I remember that. I'll admit that being the student council president back in the day had its challenges, and by back in the day she means like 3 years ago. No, 2 years ago. Last year? No, 2 years ago. She would have graduated the same year CS2 ended. Though it wasn't as if I had to do it all alone, so she graduated along with the rest of Class 7 except for Reen. Though it wasn't as if I had to do it all alone, the other council members helped me, and at the end of the day, I valued my time there. So keep your chin up and hang in there with your duties, Ash. It will be over before you know it. You got this. Okay, so she doesn't have multiple things to say. And then next, time for us to go up. The ballots haven't been cast yet. Reen, about time he showed up. Hey Ash, doing your committee member rounds? What do you think, smartass? So, how's it going? Sounds like the literature club is doing well. Okay, I feel like, okay, there's something interesting. The way Ash talks, like, I know in Japanese, there's a lot of different levels of politeness, and I'm sure he speaks rudely in Japanese too, but like, them trying to get that across in English, Reen would not just be like, he would not just ignore that, he'd be like, okay, you need to simmer down, bro. Like, there's levels to politeness as well, and what they chosen to go for with Ash, he's just going off at all times. He would, but Reen is definitely like water. It's all good. He knows, I guess it's just because he knows Ash so well, but sometimes Ash is just really over the top with it. So, how's it going? Sounds like the literature club is doing well. Yeah, well, I left it all that to Tatiana. And yet I saw you participating in the reading. You weren't too shabby either. You were watching? I just happened to be passing by, so I took a peek. Ain't anyone ever told you that nobody likes a peeping Tom? My bad, I couldn't help but be curious about how my students were faring. Right, whatever you say. But I guess you're always like that, prone to sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. I bet you've been running around all day looking after people. Yeah, actually. I figured, since I hadn't seen you anywhere. Not that I'm complaining. Thanks to you, I had an easy time of it. Well, as an instructor here, I've been trying not to get too involved. Says the guy who'd probably write a formal letter apologizing for jaywalking. But I guess there are people out there who appreciate it. Ash, I just don't want to owe you anything. Ash, I'm going to keep sticking my nose into people's business. That's just how I am. And that goes for your business too. If anything comes up, let me know. I'll come running. I'm your homeroom instructor, okay? I imagine if Ash really did disappear and stop showing up to the branch campus, the very next field study would be track down Ash and bring him back. They've already done it once before. I told you, that part of you is so damn annoying. Right. What? Oh, books! I've been wondering what the heck those icons were. My TV is kind of far away, so they look like stands or I don't know what the heck they were. But I guess that's just an icon to indicate that if we interact with the stuff in the library, it'll give us a list of things to choose from as far as reading material. But I've never been very studious in these games to begin with, so we got no need for that. I will say, it does bring me back to CS1, where they were quizzing you about stuff about the, no, I guess not. CS1, where they were quizzing you about stuff about the world of the games. I did so badly on those, but of course, I was playing CS1 at the same time I was playing Trails in the Sky, so I didn't have half a dozen games of knowledge worth built up. Is there, okay, so whoever's standing right there. Oh, Randy, okay. So let's go ahead and chat him up. This is wheelchair accessible, I'm just now realizing that. But it was also probably easier for this to be a ramp than trying to put stairs right there. Someone is looking comfy, trying to get out of doing your job during the open house. What, never seen someone on break before? Sheesh. Not like there's much for us instructors to do in the afternoon anyway. The other three are workaholics anyway. They've practically got everything covered, so why not put my feet up and take it easy? In other words, slacking off. Wait, don't tell me you're getting sentimental all of a sudden. I guess you could say that. I hate to bail like this. I really did hope to see you kids through to your graduation. Man, I gotta say, I never took you for the sappy type. What's the big deal? You're just going back to your old crossbell stomping grounds. Ain't the end of the damn world or anything. Hell, if anything, I'm glad to see you go. It means one less adult to get on my ass about something stupid. For all the growing you've done, that mouth of yours could still use some work, punk. Right. Don't get me wrong, it sucks to go, but I'm not worried about things going south without me around to help steer the ship. You kids are plenty capable now. Not to mention, you still got Reen and Toei. You couldn't be in better hands. Huh, if you say so. But he's not wrong. I don't think the others will have any trouble with those two still around. You know something, Ash? I realized it a while back. You and I were not all that different from each other. Alright, who are you and what have you done with the real Randy? I will say though, Ash is like, Randy definitely has his womanizing tendencies, but Ash isn't like that at all. I do think they're very similar, but when I think about it, I feel like that's a quality they would have, like, that's a quality you'd expect in a character like Ash, but no, he's not like that even a little bit. I'm serious, man. We both have, let's say, colorful pasts, and we both tend to put on a brave face and not look bothered over anything. We also tend to act laid back and try to shoulder things all on our own. See where I'm going with all this? But it ain't all bad. Sure, we had rough starts, but now we've got places we belong, surrounded by people who respect and accept us. Guess what I'm trying to say is, it wouldn't kill you to lean on those around you every once in a while when you need them. Being there for others and being able to count on them being there for you is what love and friendship are all about. You're jumping at shadows. It's not like I'm trying to be Mr. Loner over here or anything. You don't have to remind me of that mushy crap. I get it. Believe me. Sure. Consider it a little reminder. So, from here... Oh, no, I'm not trying to do that. Patrol around the campus. Let's hit up Einhell Keep, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else here, basically. Uh-oh, I'm walking in the walls. That's because I had to look down to make sure my alarm didn't go off. Okay, so maybe that way leads to Einhell Keep. No guests are allowed over there. Doesn't look like anyone's there, so it ain't my concern. I'm not entirely sure. Let's head to the clubhouse, I guess. See if there's anything. Okay, yeah, we just had to, so after we talked to everybody, we just had to scene transition for something new. Whew, almost time to wrap up. I should probably cast my vote. So, I want to... Okay, well, let's head to the school entrance. Monk is still standing right there. I wonder if... I'm gonna save, because I don't want what I'm doing right here to change something. Which club had the best event, eh? It'd be lame to vote for my own club, so... We'll do... Honestly, in my actual opinion, I think the cooking club did best. I'll write him a comment too. There we go. But there's probably multiple different, like either this has one ending where the literature club wins, or there's multiple endings where whoever you cast your vote for is the winner. With that, the afternoon portion of the Thor's Branch campus open house came to a close. The visitors departed the school grounds in good spirits, satisfied with the festivities. As soon as they were all gone, Principal Le Guin summoned all of the students and faculty onto the field for another assembly. I'm pleased to announce that both the morning lectures and afternoon club activities were both very warmly received. Suffice it to say, the open house proved to be an excellent showcase to the general public of how far we've come in a short span of time. I couldn't ask for a better conclusion to an eventful first year on this campus with all of you. Alright, we knocked it out of the park then. Ash included. Success such as this is only made possible thanks to the hard work and effort put in by every person involved, no matter their role. Impressively, despite the many hours you all have put into this, not a single one of you looks exhausted now that it's behind you. If anything, I see excitement and anticipation for the future in your eyes, a wonderful sign of what I'm sure is another good year to come. That having been said, it's now time for today's main event. Huh? I don't get it. All the visitors are gone. There's nobody else left to see whatever this is. Is she talking about the club voting? It'd be pretty lame if that was the main event. We will now announce the results of the first Student Council presidential election for the Branch campus. Don't tell me Ash is about to become the first Student Council president of the Thor's Branch campus? So this is also something he didn't know about. What? Nobody said anything about an election. Hiya, it's me, Mint, everybody's favorite engineer. I'll be your MC for this next segment. While Instructor Toa's over there tabulating everyone's votes, let's give our candidates one last introduction. Oh, the organization committee was basically a, my God, what's it called? But basically, Stark, Leonora, and Ash were the people who were in contention for the position. That's why they were chosen. First up from Class 9, Military Finance. It's the Branch campus's highly capable social butterfly. You know him better as... Stark! Next, from Class 8, Combat Tactics, it's the Branch campus's heavy-hitting, ever-considerate sister figure, Leonora. And finally, hailing from Class 7, Special Operations, it's the campus punk with a heart of gold who everyone trusts, Ash. Are you shitting me? It goes without saying that this inaugural student council election is a very special occasion. As you all know, these 3 students were nominated by the respective classes, and when all is said and done, one of them... Hey, Schwarzer, what's the deal? Mind telling me what the hell's going on here? What's there to explain? The ones who serve on the Open House Executive Committee get to run for president. Your efforts running things and helping the clubs get ready were essentially a campaign to show everyone what you're capable of. A campaign! That's the word I was thinking of. You've gotta be... This is news to me! You say, I thought I told you to give him a rundown last week. But instructor, you see how he's reacting? If I told him he was up for election ahead of time, he would have quit on the spot. So I decided to leave that part out in the interest of the student body. Why, you set me up. Look, what Muse did might have been a little mean, but we all did come together and choose to nominate you for president, Ash. Are your heads on straight? If anyone's suited to be student council president, it's Phony Locks over there, not me. Or you could have picked Mr. Hotshot Honor Student. Hell, Wild Philly would have been better, and she's a freaking loose cannon. Really, just about anyone here would do. Well, almost anyone. Little Bunny, probably not. Altina is like, this disrespect will not be tolerated. You could have been a little more discreet, but I don't disagree. I am neither suited to nor interested in being president. Well, in my case, my hands are already full with the duchy. Besides, you know me, I prefer scheming in the shadows over work out in the open. Less scrutiny that way. And not a reg of shame to be found. As for me, I'm also busy following in the footsteps of my predecessors in the Vander School. In that sense, I don't think it would be right for me to lead other people. Or not right now, anyway. And I'm the last person you'd want filing paperwork and doing all the other administrative stuff. That's fair. You're more the type who prefers being out in front, leading the charge rather than commanding from the back. Taking all of that into account, we were led to a realization. Our best candidate for student council president is you, Ash. It wasn't simply a process of elimination. We nominated you for your ability to get things done, and also to support others. Accept it, Ash. At this point, it's too late to change our nomination. And plus, he's already put in all the work. I'll admit, I would have perhaps preferred you to properly volunteer for it before things got underway. Be that as it may, I also happen to agree that you're the best man for the job, Ash. This isn't funny, you guys! This ain't just something you... Look, there's Instructor Toa! That must mean... There you are! I'll leave the rest to you. You've got it! And now the moment you've all been waiting for. The final results are in! Let's see. Wait a sec. Unfortunately, it looks like one person's vote had to be invalidated. Ash's. It went to the cooking club. It says the omelet rice was edible? Ash completely misunderstood what the ballot box was for. Oh my god. He said it was edible though? That's such... What? Talk about being screwed by faint praise. Hard to disagree there. Unfortunately, that's not what we were voting on, so it doesn't count. Well, so that's what that ballot box was about. Damn it. Well, hey. Anywho, on to the final results. In third place with 4 votes, it's Leonora. Take what you can get. Thanks to everyone who voted for me. I really appreciate it. In second place with 5 votes, we have Stark. To be honest, I'd be lying if I said I'm not a little disappointed. I was all ready to take up the mantle and get to work. Oh well, it's hard to complain coming in second. And that means, if those two came in second and third, then that means... I think you've all narrowed it down, but finally in first place, with 10 votes, exactly twice as many as our second place candidate, The Thor's Branch campus's first ever elected student council president is none other than Ash Carbide from Class 7. Congratulations! Yeah, that's awesome! Good for you, Ash. There's nobody more perfect to be our president. Right, he lapped second place. Agreed. I always knew you would win. Talk about a turnaround, though. At the start of the year, nobody would even think of Ash for this position. Are you shitting me? He was gonna abandon this place literally the next day, but everybody believes in him a lot. He got more votes than second and third place combined.
Student council president?
Laugh of the century, right?
You're not gonna really do it, are you? You just don't know when to give up, Ash Carbide. It's truly pathetic.
You think I don't know I'm unfit for it?
Obviously you're not. The other people around you don't think so, and you proved yourself over the whole week.
How couldn't you? You're so weak, you can't even beat me. How the hell do you expect to set a good example for anyone?
I said I know.
You'll never stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone. Never as a friend, as a confidant, or as a leader. You can put money on that.
Ash is so harsh on himself. He was brainwashed when he did this.
Whoever voted for you must be out of their damn minds.
Well, he wasn't. I don't think it was specifically that, because he was a victim of Erebonia's Warhawk policies.
It's beyond laughable, isn't it?
Like, it just amped up all the animosity that he had until he did something he would never do otherwise.
Come on, Ash. Let's hear you laugh at this farce. At the biggest joke of all. Yourself.
Shut up! Shut the hell up!
He's really going through it. He should open up to his friends. They'd be able to help with those feelings. Here comes Rain. Yep. There you are, Schwarzer. Took you long enough. What's the occasion, Ash? Why'd you call me up here? Need to talk about something? He's gonna declare his intention to leave. You could say that, yeah. I got something I need to tell you. Well, you might want to make it quick. The others are going to be starting the after party soon. Things can't kick off without the man of the hour, you know. An after party, huh? Better to call it a farewell party when all is said and done. I'll cut to the chase, Schwarzer. Okay, so Reen already knows somehow then. Resigning from Thor's. Is that it? What the? That unclouded eye. He's been dropping hints about it. How the hell did you know? Give me a little credit, Ash. It's my job to stay on top of my students and their thoughts. Reen is just that good at it. I believe it, though. Reen, Mr. I can sense something amiss. Never understood what the heck that was even about, but he can do it. Well, you read me like an open freaking book. Happy now? Because I sure ain't. Let me ask you this. Does this have anything to do with what happened between you and the Emperor? His Majesty is doing just fine now. He's back at full health. And he personally forgave you for what happened. It's water under the bridge. You don't think I get that? Just because he's forgiven me doesn't mean that I can. And so your solution is to pack up and leave. Is that it? Yeah, that's right. They're at an impasse, a standoff. That's all I had to tell you. Peace. Ash, wait. I respect your feelings, but I want you to stay with us. Huh? What's it to you? He really doesn't see all the bonds he's created, does he? I thought about playing the good instructor and listing off a bunch of rational reasons why you should remain here. But I can tell you've thought this through and feel sincerely about it. I won't try to reason with you. I'm simply going to speak from the heart. Ash, I really do want you to stay put. It's not just because you're one of my students and I'd hate to see you go. I consider you a friend, a partner who's gone through a whole lot with me this past year. Oh, give me a break. Just once, can you not turn this into some corny-ass speech? He physically cannot, but that's what we love about Reen and Lloyd. You'll live. Think of the rest of Class 7. I think they'd be pretty sad if they didn't get to graduate with you. Yeah, right. Unlike what happened with your gen, I'm the only one dropping out here. Nobody's gonna miss some good-for-nothing jerk like me. You don't really believe that, do you? You need to open your eyes and take a good look around if you believe nobody here appreciates you. Huh? What do you mean? Wait. Oh, I guess the after party is gonna start right here on this roof. He's right, Ash. That's not it at all. Son of a... You guys heard all that? Not all of it, but some. Though it seems the instructor was aware we were here. We got the gist of things. I have to say, it's about what I expected. Everyone's worried about you, Ash. You've been acting off for some time now. So you guys were on to me the entire time. Great. Not just us. Look. Right. He dropped hints to Tatiana, too. Ash! Damn it, you too? Are you really going to drop out? Think so. Look at the bright side. Now you'll be able to read in peace without my dumbass scaring you. You should be happy. The exact thing I wanted to avoid. But I won't! I did find you intimidating at first. But you're razor focused when you read your books. You even recommend ones for me to check out sometimes. Whenever I have a problem, even if it's silly, you go out of your way to help me like it's no big deal. Most days we both read in silence, it's true. But over time, having you there has made the literature club such a cozy place to be. The silence won't be the same without you. I'm so glad we're in the same club together, Ash. So glad. And I'd rather it stay that way. Tatiana. My, look at her pour her heart out. Honestly, what you said goes for all of us. I get that you've put a ton of thought into this. I really do. Nobody's denying that. But we're just as determined to make it to graduation together. Every one of us, as a class. We'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. Don't think you can bail out on us so easily, mister. Indeed, you're being rather narrow-minded about all of this. You really should reconsider. Not to mention, I did lose to you in today's Panzer Soldat scrimmage when you caught me by surprise. I would be haunted to the grave if you ran off before I had a chance to settle the score. Don't forget me. I would hate to see you go as well. Then I would be the only one tormenting our dear instructor on a regular basis. It'd be so lonely without an accomplice. As the instructor in question, I'm not sure what to make of that one. I wouldn't be particularly upset if you left. Dang, Altina keeping it very real. Allie, we're trying to... However, it would be sad if I was unable to graduate with you. That much I can say for certain. Damn it, guys. It's not just Class 7 either. You're appreciated by everyone on the branch campus. They need you here. Today's election results are a testament to how vital you've become to our school. Hey, Ash! What are you doing standing around all the way up there, huh? Oh, it's you guys. You're still here? Not for long, we're about to head out. Aye, we'll be coming to the shindig tonight too, you know. We've got something special for you there to celebrate your victory, so I hope you're getting pumped. Yep, see you there, Mr. President. Ash's friendly friends. Not you guys too. Their timing couldn't be more impeccable. I'll say. Whatever. I don't care what any of you say. I'm still... What the heck? Oh. This one. God dang. Alright. Oh, give it a rest already, will you? That's gotta be Aurelia. Yep. Principal Le Guin, I didn't realize you were still on campus. There's something I forgot to mention, but before I get to that... Ash Carbide, you don't truly think you can leave this academy so easily with so much unfinished business now, do you? Huh? So what if I do? This branch campus hasn't seen a single student leave our ranks to date. Not even the war could shatter our perfect record. As principal here, I'm not about to permit our first desertion in such a shameful manner. Are you for real? Boy, she's really putting the screws to him. I can see her point. Given the circumstances, of course she wouldn't be all that inclined to accept his withdrawal. Ugh. If you really insist, I shall let you go, but only if you agree to fulfill one last assignment as your condition for graduating. Yeah, what kind of assignment? You must demonstrate the fruits of your education at this prestigious branch campus as one of its first students. Something tangible. Thor's is an institution with deep ties to the Imperial family. You must shoulder its legacy without shying away from it. Yeah, go forth and become the foundation of the world. Surely you owe that much to His Majesty the Emperor after all that has happened. It's hard to argue against that. Agreed. That sounds like a very reasonable thing to ask in return. Not to mention, I believe today's election offers you something of a unique opportunity, when you will be foolish to pass up. Damn it! What makes you all think you can boss me around? You have no idea what I'm thinking! Well, Ash, I hate to say it, but you brought all of this upon yourself. Now are you going to turn tail and run from those thoughts? Or you'll confront them head on? The choice is yours. Shit. You guys are playing real dirty, you know that? Ganging up on me, goading me at every chance, going straight for my damn pride. How the hell am I supposed to run off in peace now when you go to all that trouble? Then does that mean? Let me make one thing clear. I ain't staying because you guys all cried sharkadile tears. Nothing like that. Yeah, he is. I just hate the thought of ditching this place when I've still got stuff left to do. Fine, I accept your dumb assignment. I'll make good on it so hard it'll wipe that smirk clean off your face. Meanwhile, till it's time to graduate, you'd better believe I'm gonna be putting all you guys to work, and that goes for the new kids. Ash. Now there's the Ash I know. Yeesh, Ash, can't you admit how you really feel just once? Frankly, at this point, I'd be more shocked if he did. Agreed. At this rate, this coming year is shaping up to be a rather fun one. I can't wait for it to begin. Oh yes, Carbide. About that other thing I forgot to mention earlier. The Student Council President is permitted to select who gets to fill the other roles on the Council. No election necessary. He can draft people onto the Student Council? That is all. Don't let me down now, President Carbide. I shall expect great things from you. Oh yeah, he's getting back at Musei big time. She already knew what time it was, soon as he looked at her. Well, sounds like the Branch Campus Student Council is now officially underway. You better get to work, Ash.
If you need me for something, I'd be happy to be treasurer. Really, I just want to help however I can. Make your life easier as president.
She's the best person for the job. She's already in charge of the branch campus's accounting after all. Oh, that's right! I have to get ready for the after party, so I think I'll be heading back to the dorms now. Not so fast, Phony Locks. You're not trying to run away from me, are you? Ooh, was it that obvious? Clear as day. Oh, check it out! Everybody was listening, so everybody knew what he was up to. That's why... Okay, they all must have figured, which is why they were all trying to low-key tell Ash how appreciated he was. So, the instructors are nothing if not very perceptive. It's like a prerequisite to getting a job here. It seems we had nothing to worry about. Yep, all's well that ends well. Not Ash, stirring up trouble until the very moment I step off this campus, I swear. Ash, student council president. I would not have been able to tell where this daydream was going at the start of it.
So, you didn't run away.
Yeah. No matter how lame I may look, I decided to stay the course.
You already noticed, right? That curse of yours vanished a long time ago.
I know. You're nothing more than the manifestation of my own guilt.
Finally put two and two together. Guess it's time I was on my way then.
His friends finally freed him from this.
No, that's not how this works.
Oh, Ash still thinks he needs to atone, I guess? He wants to continue carrying it?
You're not going anywhere. Probably not ever. But I'm gonna keep moving forward, even if it means crawling on all fours. So you just sit there and watch.
You sound pretty dead set. Fine by me. Make sure I get a real good look then at the future you've resolved to create through blood-stained hands.
Well, as far as daydreams go, I do think this one is a pretty good send-off. Assuming it's the last. 2 days later. Well, actually, yeah, this should be the last one, but 2 days later. Oh, the new student council president listing, or the new student council listings. Thor's Branch Campus, first student council. Treasurer, Tatiana. Secretary, Stark. Supervisor, Leonora. Okay, they're still on it, just not as president. Vice President, Musei. President, Ash. Verified by Principal Aurelia Le Guin. He made her vice president. Well, hey. Daydream, Thor's open house, end. True Rage. Alright. Student Council ban times 2. Only 2 though? So let's see what the second to last fight here has in store for us. Or second to last boss fight. I'm assuming it might be Halloween and Lloyd and Rufus. No. Yeah, let's go ahead and begin the battle. So with any luck, we'll be able to clobberfy these guys as well. Oh my, Adios, dude. Almost half healthed us with one hit. Well, she's nearly dead.
Let's begin.
You'll drop a battle scope. We got plenty of turns coming up too. Risha the Moon Mist Dancer, level 180. A soulless being that has taken on Risha's form, having shed itself of burdensome emotions, it concerns for naught but her weapon in hand. It's weak to time and space.
How exciting.
Let's issue Azure Feathers.
Azure Feathers! How exciting.
And then we'll do this.
Still not enough.
Just about. Alright, one of these. See what makes you tick. Elia, the Dusk Wraith Dancer, level 180. A soulless being that has taken on Elia's form. It erodes the souls of foes and leads them astray through her entrancing dance. It's weak to water and space.
I will go.
You shall. Let's do one of these.
All for one, and one for all. Now, join
Just to
the chorus.
boost our damage output really quickly.
Lost. Guess it's me.
Now, she'll actually come back up, so I probably should have done it the other way in that case.
I'd rather do anything else.
Let us issue Wailing Wind,
Wailing wind!
Yeah.
and then we'll heal her. Restore CP plus 20. She doesn't need any of that. Okay, cool. Some free HP heals.
Much better than rations.
Disarray. Or DSERI, I think she pronounced it as. Alright, and now one of these.
All for one, and one for all.
Now does
Need my
McBurn,
help?
I think what we're going to do is Blazing Demon. Yeah, see, we're about to be able to stomp these guys into the ground.
Yeah.
So one of these.
Not gonna let me down, are ya? More.
Then we'll
Give me more of
issue
this.
Oblivion Feathers for free. Or Oblivion Blaze, rather.
More. Give me more.
Oh,
of this.
that's how they work together. So he's back to 200 CP completely for free. That's kind of busted. But you know what? They had their chance to live, and they squandered it. It's not our fault.
It's best we finish this here.
There is no way they're about to survive these. Yeah, the all cancel. Alright, one more of
Show me you
these.
can withstand this.
And we'll actually all go in, yeah. I am not complaining about, even though they're like 7, 6, 7, 8 levels stronger than we are. Or actually, it might just be 5 or 6, because the things that we've been fighting give pretty good XP, but these gold ceiling
Slate is
stone
clean.
party
You're all
members are
welcome to
super
rematch.
cracked. Gloom reached level 11.
A true warrior. Oh,
I still have
175,
room to
yeah.
That's how.
They're 6 they were 6 levels stronger than us. These guys though, Sinner's Revelry 2 can now be used. Silver Ceiling Stone Plus. Well, that was nice. Okay, and now on to the final segment of the true Reverie corridor. What awaits at the end of this is the final boss of the game, I assume. But we'll go ahead and get to a clobbering. Giga Murder Crab, level 173. An abnormally sized Omega-shin due to pollution. It is now even more aggressive than before and extremely hungry for EP and CP. It's weak to Earth, Water, and Mirage. Seleno, level 174. A monster with the claws of a predatory bird and the body of a beautiful woman. It seduces prey before viciously devouring it. It's weak to wind and space. Grand Pam Osa, level 174, a primordial monster rumored to be the elder of the forest. Its long beard and elegant curved horns exhibit its power and intellect. It's weak to water and time. 1,000 strong, level 173, a guardian born in another world. Its 6 arms represent ruination, which is exactly what it brings to all intruders. It's weak to fire and time. Zero Time Lord, level 170, a Zero Guardian created by Elysium. It pierces targets with arrows that shatter the very bounds of time and space. It's weak to wind and time. How did something from Elysium get in here if Elysium can't
I'll make
penetrate
this
this
simple.
place? Galiosaurus, level 176, a tenaciously scaled cryptid that lurks in damp places. It swiftly saps enemies of their strength by releasing a toxic, paralyzing gas. It's weak to fire and time. Vice Clown, level 175, a demonic clown with mismatched attire. It will kill all who laugh at it so that it can be the one to have the last laugh. It's weak to water and space. And then there's another one of those things that only has a new entry because it's a different level, but it's otherwise the same enemy. Baleful Raider, level 177. A general of Gehenna made living due to spirit vein distortions. His chariot, fueled by wrath, leaves mountains of corpses in his wake. He's weak to time and space. Alright, so from here... Okay.
How's about we take 5?
It does not look like there's anything... Whatever is going to happen here, everybody's probably going to be part of it. So let's do one more round of updating everybody's slots. Yes. Which, we might not be able to actually do one more round of... Maybe not the people we're not actually using. And let's actually hit up the, we don't have anything... Well, I actually want to turn in, because we've gotten maybe, I think 1 or 2 new ones. But we want to... I haven't done absolutely everything in the Reverie Garden. Like, the trial doors...
Central core activated.
We're fine on those. Let me... Okay, 6th stratum. 7th stratum. And then it'll give us a frozen epoch. Superb dishes, right. Reach level 15 with any master quartz. Yeah, we're definitely... Oh my gosh, we'd have to do so much fighting. Reach level 200 with all allies. We haven't even gotten to level 200 with our main
Confirming
crew
rank
yet.
Points accumulated.
Rank SS.
Liberation rank acquired.
Nice.
Transferring high rank reward.
The heavenly purse is here, so let's put that on... They're not actually that good. Interesting. But speaking of equipment, there's one other thing I want to look at. It's not at the unsealing tree, it's near the unsealing tree. So McBurn doesn't have... What does he actually have equipped for weapons? We probably can't unequip it. It's probably that fire he's got, but we make items for him. Demonic Sword Angbar. McBurn only. Yeah. So we can't change that around, so instead, what we can customize is this aberrant shard. And we need 2 more of those to make the aberrant halo, but the question is that good enough to CP strength? Actually, it's a better gladiator belt. Yeah. Interesting. So the final challenge isn't even gonna force everybody to come here? That's what's making me think that there's no way this is the final boss. I would think it would force the entire, like, all 160,000 of us to show up here. She's back. She really does look like Kia. I knew you wouldn't heed my warning. But you will go not one step farther. Try as you might, you will never overcome causality's defense mechanism. We'll see about that. The what now? What are you talking about?
Just who is this child?
So what's causality's defense mechanism? Okay, yeah, these guys would not be it. The final fight. What? And it looks like a transporter thing behind them. So we clobber these guys, and then we go to the real final match. Damned Gralsritter. What poor luck. 3 of the church's dominions, This won't be easy. It's me, Wazzy, and Father Thomas. They look like they're wielding even more of their stigma's power than our bodies are meant to handle, too. Then she's really swapping out guardians with beefier enemies, huh? Well, no matter the trial you give us, we'll overcome it all the same. And when we do, you're in for a whole lot of questions. Your efforts are as futile as my very existence. Destiny will not, cannot be changed. So let's go ahead and put these guys in the ground right quick.
Think
We've
you
never
can make
fought
this
against.
a little fun?
We've never fought against Father Thomas Sealing Star. So he's got BS then. That's what this is.
Forward.
All right. Let's open up with Azure Feathers.
Let's begin.
Because we want this powerful crit.
Savage winds, be as one with my sword.
A double damage crit. And then everybody else will use their turns to do the thing. We might have to. We'll probably heal up. I know how I'm going to play this. It's going to be a little irresponsible. No, we can't get. This is our only turn of Azure Feathers, actually.
Very well.
Yeah. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just suck it up. Hollow Thomas, level 188. A soulless being that has taken on Thomas's form. It calls upon his stigma to trap foes in unbreakable partitions. It's weak to wind and mirage.
Yeah.
So she will be going in next.
Guess it's me.
Yeah, you'll battle scope him. And I don't think. Well, we got one thing. Hollow Wazi, level 188. A soulless being that has taken on Wazi's form. It transforms the field into a stage with his stigma and stunningly athletic fighting style. It's weak to time and mirage.
It's my turn.
We can Midnight Onyx. Okay, yeah. So I just put our 3 lowest level party members in like usual, but thankfully we've got something for this. So she'll actually issue this.
Midnight Onyx!
It's my turn.
Not that I think it'll be strictly necessary. But what can you do? Hollow Gaius, level 188. A soulless being that has taken on Gaius's form. It destroys enemies with Nord spearmanship and the power of his stigma. It's weak to fire and space.
Show me you.
So she'll get in there, do some damage. They're enhanced now. True Golden Howl. Thankfully, that still lowers his HP, so at least it's fair in that fashion.
Not gonna let me down, are ya?
Okay, so we'll have to show him what we're made of ourselves.
Give me more of this.
All for one, and one for all!
Get over here so we can
And it'll only be 100, but... Yeah. Criticals galore.
Mind if I turn up the heat?
And all cancel. Nice. Grail Crest. Probably some sort of healing. Fizz and Arts Reflect. Well, I guess we got in there. And it heals 9,000. Well. So he's just going to hit us. Yep.
Back at you.
So that and Reflect. So we can't drop our... That one got him, though. Sealing Star again. This might actually... No, because we've got Midnight Onyx up. Okay, so it's... But Gaius, though... Let's believe in our ability to handle this. We should not have believed in our ability to handle that.
Forward.
In which case... We'll do a Celestial Balm. Dang.
My thing.
Alright, and then with his turn... Let's UF attack. They'll block some of these.
Get over here so we can rough them up.
Okay, yeah, but only some. And now that our arts are able to get them, what we specifically don't want to do is attack with Vita yet. Awaken. So whatever he's about to do is going to hurt quite a bit. Absolute Reflect.
Shield deployed.
And then we'll have her use something very low intensity. So that when it gets reflected, it doesn't... Actually, no, because this should hit through it, I think. Yeah. Alright. So now... There goes Wazi. cathedral arc. They gave Father Thomas a... Well, and they didn't give Gilbert one, I wonder? Or, I mean, they didn't give Gilbert one. He's got a... Gilbert has an S-Craft. It's that G Maximum move. Ooh, whoops. Alright, so he's no longer buffed to High Heaven, which is completely fine. I'm like 344,000. So he's the real challenge here.
Let's end this!
All right. Let's go for it. And then we got one more of these.
All for one, and one for all.
So we'll hit the 200.
Show me you.
Though maybe going for it. Grail Crest again. All right.
I'd rather do
Fizz
anything
and
else.
Arts Reflect. We'll do this specifically to...
It's all me.
He's still not at... Alright, well... Let's just have her Aqua Bleed.
Forward.
Okay, nice. That worked out.
7.
I'd rather do anything else.
Vita's ahead of him.
Not gonna let me down, are ya?
I don't think there's a way we can play this.
Now it's getting fun.
CP plus 50. We'll do Golden Aura.
More. Give me more of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got him down.
An opening.
Yeah, and then we'll have him double tap really quickly. Okay, that's it. We won. Still, it was cool fighting Father Thomas, because under any other circumstance, he has no reason to drop his S-Craft on our heads.
Not
So
bad
Titania's, well, they're not maxed out. Magius, and somebody's doubled up. We should have one more
I still have room to.
one more thing listing on the side. 180, nice.
I did it.
I need to keep getting
Yeah, we're
better.
leaping levels. I think Gaius actually went from like 140 to 144. So maybe even though it says 99,999, we're getting more. What a trifle. Even if they're replicas, I'm surprised we still managed to defeat Wazzy and Father Thomas. Aw, guys, he's so humble, he didn't include himself in that. I think it was nothing short of a miracle that we triumphed over the Partitioner personally. Didn't think we'd do that hot, huh? How did you do it? Huh, what a silly question. It's because there's nothing that can stop us so long as we work together. I guess. I wonder if they expect you to do these things with like Reen and Lloyd and Rufus and stuff. But we're not gonna not use the OP characters. Just like when they beat Elysium. So long as I'm not fighting alone, I will never give up. No matter what you send our way. Perhaps you do have what it takes to succeed. But just who are you? Why are you trying to stop us? What is your goal? You seem to believe that I was behind replacing the Guardians in the last few strata, but I was not. She wasn't! So it's somebody else! She's a victim in all this too then? Because I thought it was her. What? Then who did? The logical assumption, judging by her words, is that the defense mechanism she mentioned is the source. What if the Black Mirror is really betraying us? Because if it's not her, attempt to discover means of interference successful. The girl is not directly responsible. Uh-huh. confirming the culpability for this event lies elsewhere. I am nothing but a shadow watching over a world that has long since stopped moving.
What is that supposed to mean?
I fear it is too difficult to explain in human tongues. So the path is no longer barred. The final boss awaits us. Whoa, there's nothing there. Oh, never mind. What is that? It's like something's eroding away the Reverie corridor. But that's... Observing new causality space. New causality space has made contact with current causality space, resulting in mutual interference. I have identified this to be the source behind the irregularity. Current status of both sides at present is balanced. So something is happening on the other side.
Something that's in the process of taking shape.
This doesn't bode well for us. Did you come from the other side of that tear then? I am the first Oz, OZXX.
So she's like Milliam? She's an alternate reality version of Milliam and Altina.
What does that mean? I see that you may have the power to resolve the battle against destiny. But I would still advise that you go no farther, not unless you are prepared to risk accelerating your doom. So please, stop following me.
That is the last thing she should have told us if she wanted us to not actually follow her.
This took quite an unexpected turn. I'm struggling to process all of this. This is clearly beyond the scope of our current group.
Yeah, this is it. Like I kept saying, the only way we would be going up against the final boss is if the entire crowd of us was there.
We should return to the garden and talk this through with everyone else.
Couldn't hurt to hear out the whole group on what we should do next.
Obviously, it's to jump on through, right? At least, so saith I. That's what my vote is. But now it's time to have a giant group discussion.
Have everybody say their piece.
Is it going to be a full-fledged cutscene or everyone looking at the Reverie? What the leading party witnessed at the end of the 7th stratum was beyond their wildest imaginations. While plenty of questions still remained, they did finally find some answers. And so they decided to return to the garden to discuss all they had learned with the others. At least we're finally getting somewhere.
She bears such a striking resemblance to Kia. Now we know who she is.
That's actually the wrong bears that they used. It should be BEARS, but whatever, who cares?
The first OZ, OZXX. I never even considered that there once had to be a first of us.
That isn't something you should beat yourself up over, Allie.
She's right. And the last thing any of us expected to see was a new OZ after the Twilight was put to rest.
No wonder we were having that gut feeling that something was wrong.
Yes, something about her felt so familiar. Or perhaps there was an innate affinity. It was like I could feel at ease around her even though we had never met before.
That's understandable.
I expected her to have a strong connection to Kia, but I wasn't expecting this twist.
Yeah, it just means there was a lot more to it than we were suspecting.
The OZ girls are all homunculi that came from the workshop, just like the little bunny, yeah?
Correct. I don't suppose you know the meaning behind her being titled XX, do you?
It doesn't mean her true number is a secret or something?
I would guess it's to indicate that she wasn't assigned a number to begin with. She's likely a prototype that was created even before the OZ that was given the number 1. If that's the case, I wonder if that means she's differed from the others in some way. Did something occur to you, Elisa? I might have an idea, but it's just a theory. We came across records dating back over 500 years ago when we investigated the Black Workshop after the war. Some of them did relate to the initial conception of the OZ series. We learned the homunculi technology used as the basis to forge the sword didn't originally belong to the gnomes. They stole that technology from the alchemists of Crossbell instead. In other words, it belonged to the Croy family of the Middle Ages. Alberic said as much as the bottom of the Grawl of Erebos. Guess it was true. Yeah, and now we have the evidence. The Croy family stole from them in turn as well. The cradle they designed was originally based on gnome technology. That thing Keto was sleeping in for 500 years. So the two sides consistently stole each other's technology to improve their own capabilities over the years. I believe so. I heard Alberic and Mariabelle banter about as much right in front of me. That's just like Belle. It must have been surreal. We've only heard secondhand stories about those two, but I don't envy you being caught in the middle of that exchange. I think I understand why Elisa brought it up, though. If you put all of this together... Exactly. You must have come to the same conclusion I did. It's only logical that the gnomes' first attempt to create a homunculus designed to be the Sword of the End would be a copy of the homunculus the alchemists had already designed. So she's a copy of Kia then. I think that's a safe assumption. It explains why she and I look so much alike. Elysium managed to find someone that was lost to history over 500 years ago. And then it recreated her as if she was here all along. So that's how OZXX came to be. It's almost unthinkable. Almost. It's impossible to deny what Elysium is capable of after what we've seen. I agree, and the logic does check out. What's happening here continues to connect to us in more ways than we realized. I mean, we have a lot of the most important people in Zemuria in here, so yeah. That's another question potentially answered, but others still remain. Why is she inside the Reverie corridor? What is she trying to achieve? Those are excellent questions. Knowing she was created by Elysium isn't nearly as important as knowing to what end. Every decision Elysium makes is in its own best interest, so she must have some purpose. Though she didn't seem to be actively trying to achieve anything at all just yet. Even if the reason for her existence isn't apparent yet, I'm sure she has one. We essentially cheated our way to victory over Elysium by using this world to become stronger than it could predict. On the other hand, Elysium became aware of what was happening and was certainly devising a solution to stop us. It would be something that, if allowed to reach its conclusion, would enable Elysium to recreate the world like we originally prevented. This is difficult to wrap my head around, but we're dealing with something even more dangerous than we originally thought. If your theory is correct, then the seeds Elysium planted when it began tampering are only now just beginning to bloom. I'm guessing that the other space at the end of the 7th stratum factors into this somehow. Anything you want to share with us, AZOTH? A logical model based on previously observed data is currently being constructed. However, it can be surmised that an impossible causality is being constructed beyond the depths. As I am only meant to observe Erebonia, my information on other regions is less reliable. Though it would be logical to assume the phenomenon occurring is derived from events in the Crossbell region. Whatever's there is from Crossbell? I'm not sure what to make of that. Yet it's supposedly a causality that would be otherwise impossible. Guy. We're gonna fight Guy, aren't we? Let's remember where we are. This is a space capable of influencing causality to begin with. I'm gonna take a wild guess that whatever's out there is specifically why Elysium made a copy of OZXX, and Guy is the one who originally rescued Kia. He's how she ended up in that auction house that we got her from near Michelum. It couldn't be. Take note that attempting to investigate the matter any further is heavily ill-advised. What? And why's that? I was just complaining about how we have no actual connection to Guy. The threat posed by the other space has now decreased. OZXX's return to the other side has slowed its encroachment into the Reverie corridor's depths. Relevant counter protocols have also been updated based on newly acquired data. Equilibrium has been relatively restored. Encroachment continues at a heavily reduced pace, however. Interference from this side may jeopardize matters. Current models indicate harm to the real world will be kept to a minimum so long as the current status quo continues. So, if we left here right now, it will be fixed. Anyone want to summarize that for the rest of us? It's saying the real world isn't in much danger right now, but we could do more harm than good if we kept going. It's not exactly a satisfying answer. The real problem hasn't truly been dealt with. All it means is that there's a semblance of balance so long as OZXX is on the other side. Correct. Meaning our further interference threatens to upset the balance once again. Affirmative. OZXX also stated the possibility of exacerbating the situation persists. So now what? You want us to just let sleeping dogs lie and go home? Screw that! We didn't get dragged back here just to wuss out now. Let's calm down and consider our options. We can't just ignore that walking away now has practically no downsides. Even if it does mean abandoning our mission, meanwhile, pressing on has considerable risks. But that doesn't mean they aren't worth taking. I'm not a fan of doing a half-assed job. And of course they want to continue. I want to go after her. You do? Even after everything we were just told? I know. I understand how risky it would be. Objectively, maybe it's best not to risk upsetting the balance she created for us. I'm concerned the encroachment hasn't stopped, even if it's been slow to become manageable. But more than anything, that's their sister. I can't abandon her, not after learning the connection Milliam and I share with her. She was born over 500 years ago, only to be quickly forgotten and discarded by the few who knew of her to begin with. Now that she's been recreated here, only to be compelled to spend eternity in isolation for our sakes. She's never had the chance to know happiness, and has now convinced herself that it's out of reach, pushing us away. So please, stop following me. I realize I'm being selfish by going after her, especially given the risks involved. But I won't turn my back on someone being forced to put on a brave face as they're heartbroken deep down. Not after everything I've been through myself. I simply can't. Altina. Aw, Tilly! That's exactly how I feel. I could have just as easily ended up in the same position as her if things had gone even a little differently. Maybe I would have ended up like her and not learned what it's like to truly smile. I was able to learn just how happy a place the world can be after Lloyd found me, and that's what I want her to learn too. Kia. You already know where I stand on this. I'm not going to overlook a problem that Elysium was responsible for. Besides, I want to become strong enough to extend a helping hand to others when they need it. Just like someone once did for me. You're so cute, LP.
Do you now? Part of me thinks it's foolish to willingly charge into danger, but I hear you. So if that's what you want to do, then you have all of our support.
You don't even have to ask.
We're the SSS. We'd be doing a piss-poor job if we didn't help a little girl in need.
You're not the only ones with job titles to live up to. Team Bracer isn't gonna sit this one out.
And you two have our word that we'll fight with every fiber of our beings too. We'll get through any hardship waiting for us. That's the Class 7 way.
That's right. Nail on the head.
And what's one more challenge that we must rise to the occasion for?
Let's do this, everyone. If Allie and Milliam want our help, we'll be right there to give it. I don't know what to say.
Your arguments are resoundingly illogical, but I lack the authority to oppose them. It is impossible to predict exactly where your decision will lead you. Nevertheless, all systems will be kept open for your disposal. I shall anticipate your success. Thank you. You'd better be expecting it because that's exactly what we're going to deliver. The unknown realm extending beyond the 7th stratum shall tentatively be named 0th stratum. There's another stratum, of course. OZXX's movement records confirm an access route, but further data on the 0th stratum is unavailable. All visitors are advised to exercise caution when proceeding.
We'll be careful. Thanks for the help.
If we're going to do this, then let's take time to make sure we're fully prepared for the ordeals ahead. Good thinking. Let's set off to finally learn the whole truth as soon as we're ready. So more than half of the true Reverie corridor is locked behind post-game. Gotta love Falcom. Mini-missions rewards have been enhanced. Better rewards will be available after refreshing the list of mini-missions. Let's refresh the list of mini-missions then. 7th stratum fulfilled.
Trade phantasmal shards.
Azure droplets. Frozen epochs ×1. Let's replace mini missions.
Central core activated.
And then a new master mission was added. Explore the 0th stratum and conquer its master. Plus 45 RP. 120. Okay, so it's buffed the number of phantasmal shards that we get. Let's boost our united fronts finally. So now united fronts are officially maxed out. And trials and shuffle scuffles, sure. Add these guys as tag-alongs. And add Shuffle Scuffle subs. Sure, I guess because it's the only... We don't ever actually use Shuffle Scuffle subs, but... We want to make sure we max these out. Actually, we might be able to do this just now. And that's why they're so cheap. Okay, so we need 2,500 more. And then after that, all that's going to be left to get is the trades. Okay, so they all have new stuff to say.
I never knew